So, Vampire the Masquerade, London slash the EU 2000, episode 62. Starring Barry Tahira and these other weirdos whose names I don't even know their last names. I know Charlie and I know Garth. That's
Garth Hazel.
There you go.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Get it out.
Are you related to the other Charlie Brown?
Yep. I am the other Charlie Brown.
Didn't we just restart this whole recording so we wouldn't talk shit?
Okay, right.
What are you going to do?
I didn't say anything.
Right, so you guys, where are you?
Oh, we've already recapped. It's fine.
Well, I wasn't there, so you better recap again. You've had a rehearsal.
We're at Bishop's.
Yeah, where else would they be? They seem to live there.
That's because you...
Right.
It's martial law. What the hell are we supposed to do?
It stopped raining. Finally.
Suspicious. I create rain again.
You create rain again. I'll go on.
Because I can.
Show me how that's done.
All right. Well, where are my...
With Bishop looking at you thinking, okay, excellent.
Well, it's not London without it, so...
But it is London without it. If
5 successes, it's fine. It starts raining again.
It starts raining over the airbase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this, are you symbolizing the way you feel at this point, says Bishop?
No.
Oh, good. Because, you know, I'd hate you to be raining because you're upset.
I'm never upset, Bishop.
Right.
I look wistfully into the rain.
Wistfully into the rain. Fair enough. Okay.
So why are you looking wistfully into the rain, says Bishop, if you're not upset about something?
You're trying to pry into my business when you won't tell me yours. Is that how it goes?
I haven't got any business that you don't know about.
Well, that hasn't been destroyed recently.
Or that hasn't been blown up of recent.
Maybe we could talk about your shade.
My shade. I'm never awake during the daytime to stand in the shade. So there you are. Anyway, and he walks off.
All right. Well, if I recall, it's quite late, so you guys probably go to sleep.
Okay.
And the day passes. You can imagine the city of London in fast motion as the clouds pour over the landscape like they're in fast forward, like a time lapse, and people running around like ants and all doing all of their business. Mr. Parker, no doubt, is off having his last day in the sun somewhere.
Yes.
And the following evening, you each wake up in your respective locations, either within the complex or at your own locations. Garth, you wake up and you receive some text messages and emails and things.
Checking my phone.
Right, and you discover that Winston has sent you some information from Brutus, telling you that tells you to inform Bishop that his request has been granted conditionally.
I send back conditionally, question mark.
The condition is that the Nosferatu will continue to have access to the tunnels and even sometimes, if requested, safe haven in the new location, the new bunker. Cool. And so the Nosferatu should have access to those places and will be able to have free movement through there, and no questions should be asked. And this information should not pass any lips beyond yours and his.
Cool.
Okay. Very well. Sage, what do you do when you get up?
Okay, well, I'm going to look after my cat.
Okay. So your cat jumps around and needs looking after and feeding and such like. Alan is about.
Doesn't matter what Alan's up to.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, we're having a hissy fit at Alan at the moment.
No, she's not upset at all. No, poor old
No,
Alan.
no. Okay. So Alan's about, but you don't care. So okay.
Okay.
He goes for a drive in his new car, and he
Why do
takes
we
it.
hate Alan?
Well, that's a long story. and
And you can watch it if you go back over the last video.
Or you can come and ask Bishop, because Bishop would be
That-
glad to tell you.
that is also true. So Sage, you're playing with the cat for a while. All right, fair call.
Yes, I'm considering going to Victor's because I still have work to do.
Okay.
Hmm.
Very good. And Bishop, you awaken in your room downstairs in the basement of the air base.
Yep.
Concrete bunker room. You can hear the air vents blowing, the sound of air conditioning and what have you, refrigeration units coming from the server room downstairs. You've got some security panels up on the wall here, big monitors that have been attached to the walls with massive steel brackets. And so looking around, you're able to scan and see where everybody is, at least anybody that's in the complex. So you'll see Sage with her cat, and you'll see everybody's pretty much doing their things, but Mr. Parker is still not present.
That's all right. It's pretty much as I expected, so I'm not concerned.
Very good.
Look at the monitors.
The monitors look back at you.
All right. I've got to get my act together. All right. I will look for Alexi.
All right. As you're heading down to find Alexi, that's if Alexi is in the complex. Are you in the complex?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pretty much hang out here now.
All right. So what do you do now that you're here? What do you do when you get up? Are you in the server room?
Yeah. I'd have a little closet in the server room or something that I just
All right.
sleep in.
So you head down to the server room, and thereupon you bump into your various retainers who work in the server room. And they give you various updates as to the situation that's present. Nothing especially out of the ordinary besides martial law continues. There have still been some disruptions around the city, various bits of chaos still ensuing. But you know what? You can make a wits and security check for me, please.
Sweet.
I just ate a lot of jalapenos really fast. Now my mouth is burning. 4 successes. Okay. Or if you don't know what I'm talking about jalapenos.
I sure do.
Yeah. Anyway, so you make a security check, 4 successes. You come to the conclusion that these don't seem to be particularly out of the ordinary sorts of security breaches. This is just the usual sort of chaos that ensues in these circumstances. There are still gangs and what have you operating, and people are going to break the law one way or the other. So life continues under this new regime.
Yep.
Okay. Bishop, you go down to find Alexis. You walk past Sage and her cat. I don't know if Sage says anything or not, but
I'm moving past Sage very stealthily.
stealthily. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Very well.
Perception, awareness, alertness,
We're making
alertness.
a contested check here for this.
Well, if you're sneaking,
if he's sneaking, then
I won't admit that I'm sneaking,
Bishop.
but I am sneaking.
I win.
looks like you see him go past. He's trying to be sneaky, but there's no cover. Through.
I'm taking a long way that I don't need to, and you know that very well.
Right. Okay. Well, you get down to the server room in any case, and Sage has seen you. And there you find Alexis talking to his retainers and collecting information.
Morning, Bishop.
Morning, or should I say evening?
Evening.
Which would be our morning if we were out in the daytime, which, never mind.
Generic greeting.
Yeah. So, anything that I should know about?
Not really, just the usual.
I mean, is it the usual, or is it Sabeti usual, or
Well, it's just gang warfare.
gang warfare?
Not involving us, so
Oh, that's good. I like it when it doesn't involve us.
Mhm.
I suppose we should be doing something intelligent, though I can't think of a single thing.
probably. I don't know. We could do some maths.
Has your when'd you get back?
When I got back. Yeah, just before. The other night.
I'm asking because, I suppose I should let you know we tried that blue ichor stuff.
I was there. I kind of disappeared after that.
Ah, okay.
I just
Okay.
wandered off home to get fish and chips at 4 a.m.
Not into that scene, man. Not into that scene. Really aren't. Made marijuana look like, let's not go into that. But
You
anyway,
get a little bit used to it each time. That was my second time, and it wasn't as rough.
Yeah. I've been feeling kind of strange since it, though.
How so?
I don't know. My emotions seem to be all, well, kind of weird. It's bringing back stuff that I would prefer not to be brought back. Anyway, we've got nothing online, no contact with your people at all, no contact
Oh yeah,
with
actually, Winston messaged. Sorry, I completely forgot. He said it's all good, but the condition that they can use, and we're just not to ask questions.
Tell them.
So I'll set up some cameras and stuff just to make sure we know what's up when they're through.
Okay. Just tell him whatever he needs.
All right.
All right. The other thing is I've got the doc into this idea.
Oh no, what's going on now?
A friend of mine is from Chicago. He's come up with this idea of using coma patients as pretty much travel blood bags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got to carry all the machinery around with them when you carry them. They don't sound overly portable.
Pretty much we're gonna, well, my friend hasn't sent the details, but he apparently has a plan and a way it works.
Fill me in when you know more.
Yeah, okay.
Alexei, one of your retainers comes up to you and he says, he shows you a piece of paper that he's just printed out. It's got the GPS location. Now, GPS is pretty new at this point. GPS location of the last known location of Mr. Parker, his car. His phone and his car are both parked in a fairly notorious part of town. You can make an investigation check if you wish.
Alrighty, I'll do that.
Investigation on that.
One success.
One success. Yeah, you know this part of town is kind of dodgy, basically. It's a pretty dodgy area. It's about as much as you can gain from one success, I'm afraid.
Hey, Bishop.
Yeah.
Does Parker know anyone around this address? It's pretty dodgy from what I remember.
What address is it?
It's just it's like a residential address in a one of the more shitty parts of town. You want specifics? I can give you specifics if that's really what you want from me. Damn it. Fine. I will look that shit up. Let me see now. Here we go. It's down by a place called Stanhope Road.
Okay.
Stanhope Road is kind of known for its red light districts, and there's a lot of drug users and other types of criminal activity that goes on down there. There's a lot
It's a
of
good place, but not somewhere you'd find Parker.
Not
I don't,
typically-
I don't know. I don't know. But I think, okay. Are you doing anything at this specific moment?
Not particularly. Should we go check it out?
Yeah. Come on. I better get Sage.
All right, so you go walking back upstairs out of the server room.
Yeah.
Very good. Alan comes past you. Well, hello.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
How you all doing?
Good.
Good.
We're going to see what Parker's up to. Hopefully he's not in trouble.
Sure.
Gonna hang out.
You know this place?
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Don't really go there anymore though. It's not really I don't know. Don't have time these days.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Sage!
why are we going there? Oh, you're not bringing her, are you?
This way. Parker might
Why
be in
not?
trouble.
I thought you guys
Okay,
were all
right.
thick as thieves.
I don't know, Alexis. She's in some sort of shit with me for some reason. I haven't worked that out.
I don't know. She's half
Well,
Malkavian, probably.
you know,
how it
it's
is.
You're
quite
supposed to be a
simple.
Nosferatu. I figured you'd know everything.
Yeah, some things you just don't want to know.
Let's arm up, people.
She can do whatever she wants, just like.
Am I driving?
Yeah, why not?
I'm
Unless you'd
going-
like to drive, Sage, my,
Retainer.
no, I was going to say my illustrious sire.
I think
No,
I'll.
I
Do you have
mean,
a bike or something? I think I'll take that.
really? Tonight of all nights? Could we not just go on? Take my.
Thank you.
You're even more emotional than usual. What's up?
I'm gonna go and grab a sniper rifle
He can.
down my back, and then
On-
get the keys and then go.
You're just going to put a sniper rifle on your back.
I'm sure it's like in a case or something. Isn't
Okay.
it normally in a case?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got my passes and everything. I just need to know where to go. Alexi, can you tell me where we're going?
Yeah.
What's this place? Grumpy?
Rhea comes over
I'm
to you
not
guys
grumpy.
before you leave. She says, do you guys need backup or anything?
Yeah,
Yes,
probably.
please. We may be. It might be nothing, but it might be something.
Okay.
And we always need
Yeah.
backup.
Well, you better tell me what kind of backup you're looking for here. Do I put a team on standby? Do I want a chopper in the air? What's the deal?
Please,
You-
eyes in the sky.
Just chuck a
Please.
chopper up for now, and we'll let you know.
Oh yeah, just
All
forget.
right. I'll
I'm
put a
here.
team in the chopper. I'll have another team in a van ready to go. Okay.
Excellent.
Ex-
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Very good.
I
So
made
Would
myself
you
a
all
home
like
bishop.
to
You'll
go
be
because
fine.
I'm superfluous? It sounds like. Actually, he's quite pleased because.
All right, we'll let you drive then. I'm sorry for bossing you guys around.
No. Like, no,
We already know what he's going to say. It's fine.
all right. So you're driving off, and Alan's driving your car, unless you want to drive. Particularly, Sage is driving on a motorcycle.
Alan can
Rifle, and-
Alan can ride it. I'll be in the front seat with him, and I'll go. You're in trouble, aren't you?
I don't know what I've done. I mean, all I know is like, well, I don't know. I really don't have a fucking clue, to be honest with you.
You know what your mistake was?
Yeah, being
You said,
alive.
"Let me be free," and you should have realized she's a woman.
The thing is, I never actually said that. Like,
Yeah.
not literally ever said that. And besides, she's a vampire.
Yeah, she is a vampire, but
indeed.
she'll always be a woman first.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
Really?
women are women no matter what shape they take.
That is an impressively old-fashioned point of view.
That is truly an old-fashioned point of view, but it's true.
Like,
and I do come
eventually, you're
from
going
an
to piss her off.
old-fashioned era.
Eventually, you're gonna piss her off enough that you're gonna have to stake her.
Or she's going to stake you.
Yeah, of course she's gonna try and stake me. Otherwise-
That's if she can find him. I can hardly find him. Yep.
By the way, I was talking to Parker the other day, before all this nonsense came up with him becoming a vampire and such.
I'm trying to punch in his number, by the way, while this conversation's going on.
You get his answering machine. You have reached the number of... Boop, 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 boop.
I hope like hell you're having excellent sex because, gee.
I think it just hung up.
Okay. All right.
No answer.
Bring us
Answering
immediately
machine.
after you get this call.
All right. Click.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the point that I was trying to make was he was talking about something that Parker was thinking of. I don't know where Parker got the idea from, but he suggested heart plates, like metal plates that we could wear under our clothes to protect us from getting staked. What do you think about that?
You're like
Oh,
many
so
bits of
that's why
armor.
he's got me wearing this ridiculous thing then.
Yeah, like basically armor. Yeah, I mean, I reckon it would probably add like 2 or 3 more difficulties and successes to any kind of skill check designed to.
Jesus.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm keen for one.
You've been playing that stupid vampire game too many times on that computer.
Yeah, that could be what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So you drive through the city. You get stopped by the cops. They admire your fantastic MI5 IDs as you go through, and they apologize for stopping you. And they say to you, no, they don't. They don't say anything. They don't say dick. They let you through. And in any case, you get to Stanhope Road. And when you get there, you eventually, after a bit of driving around, you find Mr. Parker's vehicle parked correctly in a parking lot. It's a high-rise parking lot. It's on the 3rd floor, and he is nowhere to be seen. But his phone is sitting on his on the seat inside the car.
Does that seem to me like his way of doing things, leaving the phone behind?
Wow.
It doesn't.
Okay.
He
just
has
I
been
wouldn't
right
think
hand
so.
man.
I
Incredibly
wouldn't-
smart.
I wouldn't think he would.
I'd like
So you
to.
pull up on your bike.
I should have bit them because I went before them.
Okay. Well, if you
Also,
were
I'm Sage.
I
I
didn't-
drive fast.
fair enough. I didn't following them on purpose, or whether you, however you want, you can be there first if you want. I don't care.
I'm going to investigate the car because I'm worried that it might be bugged or exploded.
Okay. You want to make a perception and investigation check? Is that what you're telling me?
3 successes.
3 successes. You don't notice anything particularly out of the ordinary about the car.
I try the handle.
It is locked.
Then I'll. Oh, okay. Then I'll wait for the others.
All right.
Yeah.
So they turn up and they discover the same stuff when you get out of the car.
Well,
Do you reckon he's left it here on purpose? Well, he must have, otherwise he
What
wouldn't be
is
nicely
here?
on a seat.
What is this building?
Well, next to it, there's a wee parking mall. Sorry, not parking mall, shopping mall. And it's open late tonight. But down the street, further down the street, there are a number of sex shops, red light district type stuff, pawn shops where you can, sell and buy secondhand stuff that people have sold to make enough money to pay for their drug habits, and so on and so forth. Bottle stores, that kind of thing. The shopping mall itself is pretty run down. Anybody that's been in this part of town will know that. Yeah, and there's a subway station that's even been shut down because it's had too many incidents occur here over time. So yeah.
Um, do we have a picture of Parker? Did you get some printed off, Bishop? Just in case he's missing, so we could
We
be
didn't
like,
actually.
We don't know that he is missing yet.
no, but it would help just in case he was. Worst case scenario, you know.
Your phone starts to ring.
Hello?
Is that you, Bishop? It's Tatiana here.
Yes, Tatiana?
So do you remember that conversation we had a couple of nights ago, or whenever it was? The one about you have a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that all going?
That's all going wonderfully.
Good, good. I just wanted to check in and make sure that you hadn't forgotten about it or nothing like that.
No. I wish I could, but I haven't, no.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're on track with that. That's good. Is there anything else that's going on I should know about?
Just a minor thing. We're not sure. I'll bring you back if it's something that you should know about, all right?
Sure. You have a good
Okay,
night.
bye. Okay, right. So he's in this car park.
I'm gonna walk down the street and just start peering into windows.
Okay, so you go down 3 flights of stairs to the ground floor and you come out on the street. Walk along the street and you start looking through windows. And you see all the things that you would expect to see in the various shops and stores that are there. There's like secondhand stuff. There's like a big secondhand warehouse kind of situation where people are selling furniture, and there's a grandfather clock out on the street. They're just starting to close up now because it's getting late. Time is about 8 o'clock now that you're here. You walk around and there's lots of houses and things, more to the point, apartment complexes, very untidy looking ones, dirty ones, very stacked on top of each other. Lots of people, vehicles driving past, taxis, buses.
Where could he be?
Try Parker again.
You try calling him again.
Yep.
His phone was in the car.
Isn't his phone on the car?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So
Well,
that's how worried he's getting. He just realized that he's doing it. Oh, fuck.
right. Okay. So you call Parker's number again, and you get the same thing. He doesn't have a message on his phone.
I'll run back. Be like, I tried looking through the stores, but I couldn't find anything. You don't think he's in the boot or anything, do you? That would be kind of funny.
Actually, I was just thinking that I go open the boot.
All right. Do you want to pick the lock to the boot?
Oh, is the car locked up now?
It was always locked.
All right, sweet, cool. I'll give it a go.
All right. So we can have a dexterity and security check, please.
I'll stand back.
While they're doing that, Bishop's checking the car.
Okay.
0 successes.
You don't seem to be able to unlock the boot. It's very secure. Mr. Parker chose well when he chose this car, and he also reinstalled his own locks.
Do you think he has an insurance? Like, should break into
Sure
his
he
car?
does.
Does he have...
I'm sure he does. It's fine. He's gonna
So-
hate you.
What do you
He's
reckon,
gonna hate you so
Bishop?
much.
Some people hide spare keys all over the car, so does
This
he
is
do that?
Parker.
Can I investigate this?
You can make a wits and investigation check, Alexi.
No.
I don't think Parker would be.
I fail.
Oh.
Nah, I don't think he
Minus-
has left a key. I think he's got a fob, man.
Yeah, it could be.
And if you have a fob in your car, like, and you hide it, then your car's always in radius to unlock it. So I don't
Okay.
think
Is
he would've
that a
done that,
thing
right?
in the year 2000s?
Yeah, we used to have them.
Just I
Only
we've
on
never
I
had a
failed, I
nice
don't know.
car.
only on nice
So-
cars. To be fair, they were
Okay.
never on cheap cars. I mean, I still drive a car that doesn't have one.
Mm.
So it does have one, but it doesn't work. So there you go. All right. So what's next? Got you stumped now, don't I?
I'm going to. I'm sure we have a map, so I'm going to put a map on the hood of the car, and then start thinking of like all the places that he would go to, and thinking of all the places that he wouldn't go to. Most certainly wouldn't, ever in his living
All right.
time, unless
Where-
he
Where's the
wanted to
closest
do it
bondage place?
before he died. So
Closest bondage place is just up the street from here, actually, across the road, up the street. Yeah.
Okay, I'll start heading that way.
Okay. What are
I
you
follow.
guys? You following? Okay. Sage, are you following, or are you ask them where they're going, or?
yeah, where are you guys going?
Bondage.
I'm gonna go bondage.
Mm-hmm. Bondage.
I'm assuming for Parker and not us, Bishop.
No, definitely not.
All right.
All right, I'll pick up the map.
All right, so you head back down onto the street again, and you cross the street, and you got this alley, and there's this bondage parlor up there, and there's like a number of shops around the front of it. There's about 3 of them, kind of clustered together. Big signs out the front with lewd images and so forth. Dolls dressed up in the front windows. People coming and going. And you go into one of them, A, B, or C. Well, I suppose you go for the bondage one, really. So that's
Yeah.
let's call that C. All right. So you head on in, and there's this creepy looking dude in the store behind this barred counter. Like a jail cell door, basically across the counter, with a little window in it for pushing cards and cash through and items, I suppose. In fact, there's a little shutter for moving merchandise through the window. And he's got his hair, what's left of his hair, combed over to one side.
How much?
Excuse me, can I help you?
How much?
How much for what?
There's an entrance fee. Everybody pays an entrance fee.
Oh, you mean for upstairs?
Yes.
Oh, well, if you want to go upstairs, you can talk to the madam upstairs if you want. I don't really deal with that stuff. I only work down here in the store.
Have you seen a man answering this description?
Okay, so we're going to make either somebody else makes the description, or Barry, you're going to make a check.
Plain, well-dressed white guy.
Yeah.
Plain.
Which is pretty much everyone.
With an.
You've forgot any distinguishing features there. Who are you people anyway? You just looking for a friend?
Looking for a friend, yeah.
Well, you see, you probably should understand that we get people coming in here looking for their partners and ex-lovers, and even sometimes private investigators and what have you. And there's a whole thing, you see, called the Privacy Act, and we're not really allowed to talk about our customers and clients. You see, it's kind of, you can kind of figure that out, right?
We actually have permission. I'll bring out the MI5 stuff. We actually have permission to get past that.
Oh, I see. Can you make a charisma and do we have persuasion? No.
I'll use awe.
You're gonna aura him, okay?
Oh yeah, that's another way of doing it.
Can you
Could do awe too.
Throw some aura at him, please, Garth. What is that? Manipulation and leadership, is it? Or is it charisma?
Been a while. Manipulation performance? No, charisma performance.
Charisma and performance.
Yeah.
Please.
What am I saying? Right.
Is that a -1 success?
Yep, it is.
Charisma, empathy, is that what it takes to, is that what you're after in
Also
order?
be for you as well, if you're gonna and it was going to be but charisma and performance in any case.
Okay, sweet. 6.
Wow.
Ignore my ugly friend here. I'm just kidding.
So, Bishop,
Sorry.
you're obviously really freaking out because at this point, maybe I don't know whether you're freaking out, but there is a reason. There must be some emotional shit going on because you've just stumbled over your words and you don't come across as an MI5 officer off the bat. And Sage saves the day, and with a whacking great 6 successes of awe. Oh, I'm so sorry. So yeah, MI6. Oh goodness. Well, I'll tell you what. I can go back and have a look through the footage today because you see, I wasn't actually here until about 25 minutes ago. I just started. I can have a look at the security camera footage. Would you like to come through?
Yes.
All right. So he takes you through to the.
I nod to Bishop.
And he says something to this. There's this fat woman sitting around the corner eating a sandwich, like I was eating a sandwich 5 minutes ago. And she looks up and he's like, "Can you look after the store for a few minutes? I need to assist these officers with an investigation." Oh, an investigation! Oh, that's very interesting. She stands up, and they natter for a minute until one of you sort of gives them a nudge to move on. Finally,
Yeah.
go back through the video footage in the small security room and whizzing back through it. Who wants to make the perception and investigation check?
Probably Alexi. That's kind of
Yeah.
his thing.
Yeah,
That's
you got
his
this.
thing. I just let Alexi do it without even
Well,
saying
you should
a word.
probably do it as well. Because
Can,
No,
can
no.
I do one as well?
Well,
Like,
someone's
can
got
we-
to control the
All right, 3 successes.
Okay, right.
3 successes. All right. Well, you zoom back through it, and you see that Mr. Parker did in fact come in here around about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. He came in, had a look around, never went upstairs, and then he left. When he left, he turned to the right out the front door.
Let's have a look at the other stores, eh? One's
Yeah, I
next
wonder what's
door.
to the right.
B and A.
Okay.
Those are the stores we're going to. Thank you for your assistance. And then
No
we'll-
problem. Good luck with your investigation.
Thank you.
All right, so you head out through the store. Oh, by the way, if you want, I can get you a discount on some of these.
We'll pass. Just go.
After you guys leave, Bishop slinks back in again. Bag about this long.
Bishop does not slink back in. He's too worried about the situation.
All
I
right.
stopped Bishop from slinking back in.
Although one of the small details that Parker did leave with a package.
Interesting.
So you head out and you turn right, and B and A. So you're going to store number B. Can you call it a number? I don't know. Anyway, you head in, and it's a bit different to the last one. They've got a different bunch of stuff, and some of it's the same range, and some of it's different. And there's a couple of fairly well-dressed goth chicks standing at the back of the store. Talking about shopping and such as you head in, and they look up to you. They both sort of turn their heads in your direction as you approach. One of them crosses her arms, and the other one steps up to the counter. Can I help you?
Do
Like,
your thing. So,
Yeah,
me,
well-
this is you're doing this for Parker's sake. Come on.
All right.
There you go, Bishop.
I've got
Back to
all.
my friend. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah. So we went down, and it was in Glassons, and those shoes are like $49.
Excuse me.
£49. Yeah.
Or
help you.
instantly crack that or 2 successes. That's enough to get both of them.
All right. They both kind of turn to you now. Sorry about that. Can we help you? They start
You sure
smiling.
can. Do you work here?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm gonna need you to help us out with this investigation.
Oh, really?
I'll show you the badge.
You coppers?
We're better than that.
Ooh,
We're investigators.
let me have a quick look here. Oh, this one's pretty damn stupid. And remarkably so is the other one. They're like, what?
We're investigating. We need to find a a gentleman that fits this description.
I think they're the fuzz, love. Oh, you mean you're with the police, are you?
We're MI5. We're better than that. We go over top of them.
They look at
The
each
super
other.
police.
She's like, "Am I what?
MI5.
Everyone's like, yeah, you've heard of MI5. Come on, it's like James Bond and all that stuff. Come on."
Yeah, we're better than MI6, even though that's not true.
Right. So what do you want us to do anyway? When we don't know nothing, we didn't do anything.
Have you seen a gentleman that fits this description? I'll go over the description.
Can you make perception and empathy checks, please?
Sweet. 6. So Tom.
4 for who? Was that
I
Alexis?
mean, that's for Alex.
That's Alex. Okay.
Nice.
So
That's
so
good.
far, there's 10 successes between you and Bishop.
Yep. One moment. There we go.
One success. Okay, Bishop is a bit distracted. Bishop's better at killing stuff. Well, one of these two girls suddenly starts looking quite nervous, and she starts sweating, and she starts kind of like dampening her brow, and you think she looks nervous.
Hey, look, we're not here for any other purpose. You need
Okay.
to understand that
What are you looking for?
we're just looking for a gentleman.
A gentleman.
Man, Bishop Parker.
Bishop
no,
Parker.
sorry, fucking Parker. Lindsay Parker. There we go. Sorry.
We don't know any Lindsay Parker. Sorry. Maybe someone came in by that name, but we wouldn't know their name.
Have you got cameras in the back, ladies?
Yeah, we've got cameras, but we don't really use them.
You don't really. Thank you.
Can I? Maybe you should be talking to. Maybe you should be talking to the boss.
Maybe. We should go get them.
Tell you what, I'll give him a call and see if I can get him down here. Is that all right?
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. She just goes back to the little back office there while you guys wait. And the other girl's standing there. So he smiles at you with your 6 successes on your ore check. Was that 6 this time on ore?
It was 2.
Oh, 2.
But
Oh, that's
it's
right. But she's still awed.
yeah. It depends on how many people are awed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's awed and she's smiling at you. So do you want anything from around here? We've got a few things. I could probably get you a staff discount if you like.
What are you selling here? I don't really know.
All the things. Well, we've got these nice new butt plugs, and we've got these, and she goes on about all the various things they sell. on this
Oh,
place.
maybe this would be perfect for Alan. Do you know Alan? My potential ex-boyfriend. If you mix up the letters in his name, that makes anal. Do you know that?
I'm going to say Alan's way.
It's a good idea.
Consent is everything, Sage.
Shocking.
I don't think consent matters when you're one of us.
All right. She comes back and she says, the boss is on his way down now. He'll be about 5 minutes. He just lives up the road.
Excellent.
Feel free to have a look around.
We'll come back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, then.
Let's go next door, guys. Yes?
All right.
Keep chewing if you agree, Bishop. Excellent. Good.
Right. Very good. So you go to the third location, and it's all very dim light and what have you in here, and this place seems to sell the really heaviest sort of stuff, the more really bondagey type stuff, like and at the extreme end of the scale as well. Whips, chips, chains, dips.
Why didn't we come here first?
You didn't know what was in there.
That's true.
Because they don't have all the shit on the signpost on the door. And they have like a special room out the back where you can, go and watch videos and whatever. And you can, there's like a staircase that leads up to the facility above as well. So, yeah, let me see. There's this nondescript looking person, fairly androgynous looking person, nose rings, bald head, leather, and what have you. And they are busy straightening out some stuff at the back of the store. In fact, they're setting up this big wooden chair that has all these straps and things on it, and looking at the manual, and they look over at you and just shakes their head. Hello, can I help you, loves?
Do you want to take point, Alexi?
Sure. We're after a man. Lindsay
Well, I
Parker.
can probably, I don't know about the name, I can be anyone you want, but you know,
I don't
if,
know. Could you be Lindsay Parker for me?
if that's what you want, I can be
There we go,
anyone you
Bishop.
want.
Save us a
No.
whole lot of trouble.
He actually looks like this. He's a well, actually, I've got no idea what Bishop looks like. An elderly English
Parker.
gentleman.
Parker?
Parker.
No.
He's not elderly.
Parker is
okay.
he's got short blonde hair. He has a fairly nondescript, kind of features, but he's not ugly, but not like super good looking either. He's just very plain. He's like the definition of plain, nondescript.
I describe that.
You wouldn't notice him in a lineup. Well, we get a lot of people just like that through here, funnily enough. C or B here, I can't tell. Fucking IKEA manuals, I tell you. I don't know where they print this shit, but it's not even in English.
I give him a hand.
Does IKEA have chairs that have dildos attached to them? That's crazy.
Well, they don't actually, but we modified this one.
Oh, right.
Have you
You want a
got?
hand? Let me have a look.
Sure, all right. So you want to make an investigation check?
What does it say?
What
No,
language is it in?
It's in like Croatian.
Okay, damn.
Where did they
Wait, what do you
get
want me
this
to roll?
from?
So
Did they
you-
steal it off a
starting
boat?
you're starting to suspect that it's some knockoff IKEA shit that's been sold. That like someone in Croatia has stolen the plans from IKEA, rebuilt this chair, added a bunch of functions to it, and is now selling it to sex stores in London.
All right. I give him a hand.
Okay, I bet you do. And right, let's get a. Do you have crafts?
Nah,
No.
I got potence.
You got potent. You rip it apart.
No, I try and use intelligence over craft.
Okay,
know.
so you're gonna make an intelligence check. Straight up intelligence.
Is there anyone else minding the store, or is it just this person?
Right now it's just
One
this person that
success.
you can tell. One success. Oh, that looks like it. Right, 2B fits into 2C here, and we need to screw this on here. Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. I was looking at the whole thing wrong way around. That's great. Thank you so much. So
No
what are you
worries.
anyway? What are you looking for? This Mr. Lindsay Parker, you say? I
Yeah.
can't say I know anyone by that name. Do you have a photo or nothing like that?
I will have an army photo of him, surely.
In
my
your
wallet.
And a little locket
Harry?
around your,
In my
Right.
wallet. In my wallet. Yeah.
not
Really?
tattooed to your chest.
When we first met,
Sorry.
like they used to do that a lot in Vietnam.
Don't look at me.
You're not in
Hey.
Vietnam. That was 40 years ago.
I'd still have the bloody photo, wouldn't I?
I don't know. Do you love Mr. Parker?
I have told him that many times.
If you admit that you've got a crush on Mr. Parker, I'll let you have it.
I haven't got a crush on Mr. Parker.
All right,
He's my closest friend.
closest friend. And you
That's
can't
what makes
remember
a
what he
good
looks-
lover.
I can. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Barry.
Um,
let's roll a.
no, you should give it a difficulty because, like you said, it's an
Was-
old photo.
It's not
Oh.
like one dice and then just
If
make
there
the
is one,
difficulty
it's an
higher.
old.
So I'm going to roll one dice and
Yep.
say the difficulty is 7 for you to have a photo.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I would do.
All right. I rolled a 5.
Okay. So I don't.
Afraid not. Or if you do, you pull it out and it falls to bits.
Okay, that was it. But have you got cameras in the back?
Yeah, we do have cameras here. Got security down here. Yeah, sure.
Oh, cool. Were they operating today?
Probably. Look,
Good. So I show them my pass and say, I'd like to see them, please.
crikey, you from MI5?
Yes.
Wow, I've never met an MI5 officer before. That's so cool.
Well, now
Well, you
you
might
have.
have.
You know, that's true. I might have met them. I would never have known, would I?
We have guns and
We have
everything.
to be smart.
Can
I'm
we
gonna
get a look at these?
I'm gonna be looking at some anal beads and being like, maybe I should get Alan these.
Okay.
Alan beads.
Alan beads.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
It's so dumb.
I make a perception check.
You're making a perception check for what?
If they have a video.
Right. Okay. So this is wits and perception. As you go through the video feed a few minutes later. How many successes do you get on your perception check?
I have got one moment. I'm trying to find it. Here we go. 4.
4 successes. All right. Well, Mr. Parker did come through here as well, oddly enough. And he left the place with an individual whom can only be described as a kind of a fringe character. A guy, fairly heavily built.
Does he look like Jojo?
John?
John. Right. Does he?
A bit like John. It's not John, but someone a bit like John. And they have some stuff with them. The guy that he's with, the big guy that looks a bit like John, has a large large paper bag, brown paper bag under his arm. And with your Alexis, you notice that he's got some prison tattoos.
Do you know? Well, has Parker been in prison?
Has he?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I think Parker,
I'm asking the judge.
Parker has never been in prison in England.
Parker has never been in prison in England.
Well, anywhere else in the world, like this guy's got gang tattoos, and I'm pretty sure they're not just local to England.
Parker has.
Russia?
Parker has been in. He's been incarcerated in a number of countries, under like as a spy or as a foreign combatant. He's been in like war camps and stuff like that.
Well, the guy's got prison tattoos.
Yeah, and these prison tattoos are specifically British ones.
Do they like Sage already thinks that they're the kind of a cute couple, but like she's also trying to look to see if there's any other motive there.
Do you want to make a perception and empathy check, please?
Yes, please. Nope. I just think they're a cute couple.
All right.
Oh my god, I'm
Bishop,
so happy for
let's make
Parker.
a perception and empathy check for Bishop and Alexi.
Right, Alexi rolls.
By the way, you are alone in the security room.
I thought
But
Bishop was with
together,
me.
so we're not alone.
Yeah, but the shop store person is still out struggling putting the rest of that fucking chair together. 3 successes for
Alexi. 2 for Bishop.
2 for Bishop. You both notice that Parker looks uncharacteristically nervous, and his brow is kind of damp in the security footage. His body language suggests that he's nervous, really, is the best way to describe it. Fidgety. And honestly, Bishop, this is a little bit disturbing because Parker is the most cold-blooded fucker, besides Smith. He's not cold-blooded, but he's very highly disciplined, and he doesn't freak out easily. He's really quite good at going into undercover situations and dealing with stuff. And portraying himself as something that he's not, if necessary. He's a chameleon. Can't hear you,
Can't
mate.
hear you.
Does he go right or left when he leaves the place?
The two of them turn to the right as they leave, which is the obvious way because they're clearly leaving this alleyway.
Okay, all right. There's something wrong.
You think he's just not tying up loose ends?
No,
But you
I
think
don't think
you're
he
not-
is.
Or live loose ends?
I've
You don't
seen
think
him.
he's nervous about like finding love or something?
Oh no, that's not nervous about finding love. I've seen him nervous about finding love, and that's not nervous about finding love, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right,
What do you reckon then? They went right.
right, we'll go right.
Is there any way that you
Are you
could
going to
track?
go back to the other store where the boss is supposed to be coming at any point, or are you just leaving?
Yeah, we'll go there just in case that gives us a lead to something else.
All right. Well,
Is there any way we can track the guy using his tattoos? No? Okay, don't worry.
who are you asking? You're not asking.
No, I was just trying to think of how. Like, I'm not sure. Sorry.
Alexis, can you make a intelligence and investigation check, please?
Fuck.
7 successes.
You
On
take
every
that back.
dice.
Okay, so the answer to
awesome.
that question is yes, you can, because the basically the state, the prison security, the prison system has a record and photographs of every tattoo of every prisoner that is ever admitted and let out. They also have obviously got photographs of every individual and fingerprints and so on and so forth. So, you know, if you were to get fingerprints from the guy, photographs of the guy, you could print photographs, you could print screen the photographs from the video.
Does it show anything that he's touched when
Um,
he came to the store?
hands were on the counter at one point. Yep.
Nothing. They didn't pick up anything. Like,
Can you make a perception, wits and perception check? Wits and investigation.
okay, there we go. 2.
Yeah. He picked up a couple of magazines in the back corner and was flicking through them. One of them was up on a high shelf and is unlikely to have had too many people touch it, you think?
Okay, well, I will go downstairs and I will purchase it.
Okay. All right.
Look at Sage all into her porno magazines.
All right.
Is it the most weirdest one in the shop?
Pretty much probably is something like that, something fairly extreme. You can come up with your own ideas about that. I'll let your imaginations go wild. I'm sure they're much wilder than mine.
It'd be like midget porn.
Wormsandspaghetti.com. The
Okay.
magazine.
Right. Okay. So then you go back into the second store that you went into, is that right? Okay. And at this point, there's this older looking fat guy with glasses, wearing a very nice suit, a little bit uncomfortably, a little bit too not fitting him particularly well. And he's standing there and he doesn't have a tie on at the moment, and he's looking around and he sees you all coming in. And he's actually trying to put his tie on now. And one of the girls is trying to help him put the tie on, and he looks over at you. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. You are from the MI5, is that right? I hear.
Yes, sir.
That is
So,
right.
what is it that we can do for you, sirs, ladies and gentlemen?
I'd like to see your security footage, please. I'm trying to find somebody.
Yeah.
Now, if possible. Thank you.
Of course. And he takes out the keys and he looks over at the girls and nods to the counter. Go on, get to work. Come on, don't stand there. You two have been gossiping all day. I can tell. Nothing's been done. Look at that. It's not even clean. You were supposed to clean the floor. And he opens up the door and goes behind the counter and come through, please, gentleman, lady.
Thank you.
Yeah, just up here. Now let's see if they've been looking after this. And he slides the key in the lock very not cautiously, intentionally, and pushes the door open. So, oh my goodness, the cameras have not even been on. Look at that. Oh my gods. Walks in. Look at this. Starts flicking switches and turning the machines on. Runs his finger along the keyboard of the computer there. Dust. They haven't been in here for weeks, have they? Oh, somebody's gonna get fired. Somebody's gonna get fired over this, I tell you. So he turns around. Look, you're welcome to look at anything in here that you need to, but looks like we probably don't have any footage from today because it looks like Maureen downstairs hasn't actually been recording. It seems like we've not been using our security cameras for.
All right, thank you very much. It's nice of you to help.
You should really use them. Because anyone could come in here and steal your stuff.
Yeah.
And,
can you make perception and empathy checks, please?
And insurance won't cover you if you don't have them going. So 2.
Smith runs to the other place.
Smith?
Bishop 3.
Bishop runs to the other place.
Okay, does Bishop not roll?
Bishop, you're not going to make a perception and but no, you're just going to leave. Okay.
Okay, ignore that roll.
I'm going to the other place. Back to the other place.
All right.
Well, I am. So.
Okay.
I roll perception, empathy on this guy. 4 successes.
This is okay. And Sage.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Is it popped? Oh, is it the third one up?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys notice that he seems to be kind of. His body language is like he's always right in front of this particular cabinet. Like he's trying to keep you away from it, is the impression that you have. Like he's trying not to let you see something.
I walk up, push him aside using Potence 3 and have a look.
He crashes into the wall. Fuck! Oh, Jesus Christ! You can't do that! You haven't got a warrant or nothing. You can't just come in here doing things like that. So you go up to the cabinet.
Yep.
There's
no cameras, mate. You'll be fine.
Oh fuck! All right. What do you?
Having a look. Start having an investigate through his cabinet.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's locked, but you're pretty sure you could rip these doors off if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that then.
Yeah.
Bunk.
You rip out and he's just. You can't let him do that. He looks up at you, Sage. Were you gonna stop him or what? You're supposed to be a.
No cameras.
Yeah, if you had cameras.
Oh fuck my!
This wouldn't have happened, and you could have gotten
girl.
Insurance for this.
Jesus fucking Christ! So you open up the bottom one, and you find a whole bunch of what looks like very illegal porn.
Right, keep looking. I'll sort this bit out soon.
All right. You keep going through it. There's also some narcotics, not especially great ones. Things like ecstasy and shit like that, tabs and things. Particularly the rest of the cabinet doesn't have anything especially interesting in it. Just the bottom 2 drawers, which are very locked but no longer. And this folder comes flopping out from in there, and inside of it is all this child porn and stuff. It's nasty stuff.
All right, now if I had a warrant, I could arrest you for this.
Yeah, well, you fucking don't have a warrant.
I'm just gonna kill you.
What? Get out of here. Maureen! He starts screaming. Call the police! No, fuck that. Call Ibrahim.
Push him real hard.
Call Ibrahim!
What a time to
come here! They're not cops! They're trying to shake us down!
I'm going to run downstairs.
Snap.
All right, so you run downstairs, and one of the girls is gone. The other one is standing there with her phone shaking. Mr.
Well,
Abraham,
I'm not-
Mr. Mustafa, are you
I'm
there?
I'm gonna knock it out of her hand.
Okay, can you make a strength and brawl check, please?
It's not a good time.
Welcome, Dr. Shipman.
It's not a good time. Strength and roll. I'm gonna put some blood into it.
All right.
Just one.
Okay, the phone clatters to the ground and slides across the floor. And she looks at you. You can't do this. Oh, fuck. And she starts
Hey.
running for the door.
Yes. Get out of here.
She just bolts out the door.
I'm going to pick up the phone.
Okay. And it's still ringing, and you hear, as you pick it up, you can hear, hello? Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
This is not who you expected.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm just giving you a warning that you've been busted.
Yeah, right. Why don't you fuck off?
All right. Then I'll make sure that the phone can't ring back and just cut the cord, or like I'll take it out of
It's a cell phone.
Cell phone. Okay. All right. Well, I'll pull the battery out.
Okay. Pull the battery out.
Or if there's like a glass of water or something, I'll just put the phone in there.
Is there a glass of water? Yeah, right. There's a cup.
Glass of something.
Yeah.
There's a cup of something. You just drop it in there.
Yep.
Okay. Fair call.
I'll send Bishop a text before I go upstairs saying that the situation might have escalated here, but we're gonna get out as soon as we can.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Alexei, you still got this guy?
Yep.
Okay. Get away from me! Get away from me, you fucking brute!
Tell me about this Abraham guy.
I don't know an Abraham. I don't know what you're talking about.
He now has a broken wrist.
Ah, fuck! Jesus Christ! Who are you people? Who do you work for, really?
What do you know? I work for old Billy.
I'm not gonna tell you fucking anything, mate. I don't know nothing. You can do whatever you want to me. I don't know nothing.
Got some other broken bits. Rough them up.
Go on, be descriptive.
I don't know. Snap his arm and then throw him across the room and then.
Okay, so you snap his arm, you bounce his head off the wall, and he's screaming, and he goes down on his knees. I don't know anything. All I know is they told me to keep this shit here, and I've had it locked for fucking years, mate.
And who's they?
I don't know.
Right.
You gonna let me go or what? Take all the shit, destroy it. I don't care, man. Let's fucking get out of here.
We're gonna burn your shop anyway, but.
No, don't do that. People's lives are depending on us.
Alexei, we can't, and we gotta go. You've got to stop.
All
right, pause there. Bishop, you go running out of the store. Sorry, I said your name.
I go back to the other shop.
Right, as you're going back to the other shop, pause just for one moment while we introduce Luke. Dr. Shipman, long story short is, Parker is missing. He didn't come home the following night.
Oh.
They've tracked his car via GPS to where it was finally parked up nicely. His phone was left in the car. They've estimated that he went to this bondage place, and they've managed to find some video security footage by being MI5 officers on one of 3 shops in which he's entered and left. Apparently he left with some big dude carrying a brown paper bag with some prison tattoos. And at this point, they've gone up to investigate the 3rd shop, and the owner turns out to have a bunch of illegal pornography in a closet upstairs in the security room where the cameras were not operating. and Alexis is busy fucking him up. Now, I don't know how much of this you want to know, or whether your character would know, or whether he's just come on the scene right now, but I'm going to suggest that you basically run past Bishop on the street as you approach now.
What's going on, Bishop?
Long story. Parker's missing, I think, and I think he's been taken.
Well, you figure that out.
The other two are in that shop there. I'm going to this shop here,
Don't forget you got a text from me
and I got a text from you.
saying that the situation has escalated. Here.
Okay, I'll come with you to the shop that you're going to.
Okay, we'll go there.
I did also say that we were going to leave as soon as possible. Or at least I was going to try and pry Alexi from the situation.
He's not fond of that kind of thing.
You're not fondage of bondage?
Fond of.
Text very quickly, going to other shop. Back to other shop, so you know I'm going back.
I guess that kind of stalls it then, does.
So how is everyone?
So does anyone have any ideas what they think is going on? And when I hear illegal pornography,
It's child porn.
okay, yeah, I was just confirming.
It's the only one I could think.
It's the
that
Could have
is
been
illegal
snuff.
aside from
Could have been
animal
snuff porn.
stuff. It's true.
Ah, damn. Oh, maybe.
So
There's
okay,
probably a
do
bit
we
of
know
everything.
if Parker went there willingly? Like, is it kind of known that that's what this place is?
Well, it seemed like he went to the first place willingly.
Oh,
But
maybe
it's
Parker's
sort of
into that kind of
escalated.
thing.
He's not
Well,
the child
it's-
porn, but
Or we don't know. Do we know if he's into that?
Well,
Why
I don't
would we
even hear
think
him
that? It's
saying that he
ridiculous.
wasn't into
We
it.
just
so
went
we
to
can
a
only
place with
assume.
this stuff in it.
he's never mentioned children before.
Well, why would he?
But he
You
hasn't
don't
not
know what
mentioned
he's.
them.
He could be into that. You
That's
never
true.
know.
Apparently, I
Alexi,
was
is
too old
Alexi
for him.
finding
Is that
out
how it
like
works?
if
No.
this place is known for this stuff? Is this
Parker's
like a
into
deep
lot of
hidden
things,
secret
but I
of this
think
place?
that's where he draws the line. All right. Now
not having this
I
conversation.
go back to that shop room before. I asked them for the footage.
Okay. They give you the footage.
Thank you.
They give you the tapes. It's all on VHS.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right. I go back to the coming disaster, which is the shop.
Okay. So you go
The
back to
other
where
one?
Alexi and Sage are they still there? Alexi and Sage?
I'm trying to
I've just
encourage Alexi
thrown
to
him
leave.
to the side and made more threats and left.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to make some sort of intimidation check?
You would think the like broken arm, the broken everything would be intimidating enough.
Exactly, which is why we're going to make an intimidation check.
If potence adds to it 4. You got
That
a
seems
taste.
fair.
Yeah, intimidation. Okay, so this is we can make it strength and intimidation, and you can get automatic successes from your potence.
4 then.
4 successes. Okay, you fucking got me. All right, I'm fucking hell. Oh, what do you want to know? What is it you want to know?
Where is he?
Who?
This Abraham fellow.
His name's Ibrahim, not Abraham.
Abraham. Sorry, I couldn't hear over your cries.
Fuck you, buddy. His name is Ibrahim Mustafa, and you don't want to fuck with him. You don't want to. He's gonna fucking kill us
me.
now. We're all fucking dead, mate.
I'll leave you alive then.
Yeah.
Enjoy. and throw him.
You throw him back against the wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
turn around and leave.
Do you want to make a strength and brawl check? If you get more than 4 successes this time, he's just going to be knocked out. If you get 5 or more,
3.
he's dead. Okay, he hits the back wall and slides down. He's all bloodied up and fucked up now.
I'm looking at like Alexei, being like, "Is this the nurse that we originally met? Who is this guy?"
Bishop
Sage,
comes.
can you burn this shit down here and get rid of it?
Bishop comes in and
It's a
says,
bit of a masquerade breach.
So Bishop
Know what I
walks
mean?
in up the stairs and comes into the security room.
"Yeah," and he
You find
goes,
you find this guy lying on the floor, bloodied up. Alexis has got blood on him. Sage is standing inside the room, looking at this bunch of shit that's all over the floor, photographs and stuff.
What is
Find
this?
a way to destroy it.
"Bad day, Alexei?"
Dr. Shipman comes in, yeah, what is this, he says.
Not as bad as these kids. They helped me destroy this shit.
Yeah, I'll help you do that.
How do you do it?
Have you got a lighter?
You're vampires, you don't generally
Yeah.
carry lighters around.
Yeah, I can do it. I'd rather not do it in front of that gentleman, though.
We could just soak them all and let them melt away in water.
And then there's the fact that this building is connected to the next building.
Yeah, I don't
Connected to the next building.
I don't know
Alright,
if we want to start a fire.
Shit all over it then.
It'd be another London is burning situation.
We take them to like a sink or something and just drown it.
Yeah, find stuff to tip all over it.
Well, while you guys are doing that, Bishop, why don't we have a chat about the plan to find Walker? Come on.
Oh, actually, just a thought. Do you wonder if there's any way that we could potentially help these kids? We have abilities to be able to
We should.
track these sorts of things.
It's a guy called Ibrahim Mustafa. We'll track him down. Hopefully it's a name we can follow.
I don't know if Philippe could. I know it's kind of a shit thing to make him do, but
Can I get a perception and alertness check from everybody, please?
3.
Alex gets 1. Bishop 3.
Bishop 3.
Oof.
-1.
Okay, so you're busy talking about this stuff and concentrating. Sage, what did you get? 3?
Yep.
So you and Bishop, you both hear footsteps coming into the shop downstairs, and you hear the door to the back room, like up the hallway where the stairs are, open slightly.
I'm gonna
You're
get out.
You're hearing cautious footsteps.
I'm gonna get out a Glock.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to find somewhere to sort of stealthily stay beside, the door is here, and then I'm just behind it, beside it, just waiting,
Okay, so Sage is Glock out and stacked.
rocking out with my Glock out.
Okay. The rest of you will notice that Sage has done this. Bishop, what are you doing? You've heard this.
I tap her on the shoulder and go like this. Make a signal for her to come back.
She hasn't
I'm
gone
gonna
out.
obfuscate.
Yeah, I'm in the room. I'm just by
She
the
hasn't-
door.
She hasn't left the
Okay.
room. She's just by the door.
I'll go to the other side of the door and
Okay.
see what I can see from my angle.
Okay, from your angle, you see 3 figures coming down the hallway who immediately start firing at you. And you can dex and dodge.
Should I also Dex and dodge?
No, because you're on the other side.
Okay, sweet.
So Alexis, can you make a dex and dodge for Bishop, please?
Oh, sorry, sure can. Four.
All right, Bishop, you see them, they start raising their guns, and you get out of the way before a whole bunch of machine gun ammunition comes flying through the door, peppering that whole side of the door and the wall inside, smashing some of the now defunct recording equipment that this room was at some point used for. And then the firing stops. And then you hear, come on out. We're not going to hurt you. Whoever you are, just come out. We'll just get you out of here. That's all. We want you gone.
In the middle of their monologue, can I come out and then like start shooting? Or yeah, just pop around the corner. Because whenever they make monologues, it's the best time to shoot them. So,
Okay, so dex and firearms, please.
Yeah. Firearms. No specialty. Oh, just one.
Just one. And you hear one of them go, fuck you!
I'm going back for sure.
And you hear some talking, and it sounds like they're speaking in possibly Arabic.
No.
If they speak some more, I'll fire again.
Okay. They just say, about less than 10 words. And it's just one of them that says that.
Right. Okay, listen, 10 words, 5 successes.
All right. And you were going to shoot again?
Yeah.
That's 5 successes for that?
Yeah.
Okay. You shoot one of them right in the head, and he drops to the ground in the hallway. The other one seems to move backwards. 2 of them, in fact. The other 2 have moved back. And you hear the door shut.
Cover.
You hear the door shut, and then you hear sounds like furniture being moved in front of the door on the other side.
I'm gonna beat down that door.
Anybody here speak Arabic?
Wait.
No.
No.
How old? I speak Aramaic. That's kind of.
Aramaic. Well, I'll give you a perception and investigation check, but you need to roll 3 successes of 9 or higher.
-1.
Oh.
They said go and get the toilet seat.
What? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't speak Arabic. Anything.
Is there another way out of here? You know what? I'll say that to the guy who's hurt if he's still awake. Another way out.
You make a yeah, okay. You give him a shake, and he looks up at you. Oh fuck! I think he's here.
Is there another way out of here?
There's maybe the fire exit if you can get through. It's rusted shut though.
We can get through. Come with us.
Okay.
I'm going to help him out of here. He might be a piece of shit, but he doesn't deserve to die.
Did he turn to dust the one you shot?
He did not.
They're just humans. Just
Come on, let's
go fuck him up.
Okay.
Why don't you go fuck him up, Dr. Shiv, and show us how it's done?
Okay.
God, no.
I will obfuscate and move out of the room. Well, I'll open the door first.
Okay, so you go out, obfuscated. You get to the door.
I just pull the door open, but don't go out.
Okay.
If they're gonna fire, they fire first.
Well, you pull the door open, and let me think about this. You're obfuscated. They're waiting for you.
Does the door go inwards or outwards?
Well,
will I be pulling it inwards towards myself?
I think you would be pulling it inwards towards yourself.
I'll be moving behind the door too.
But there is a bunch of furniture that's been moved around for them to take cover behind inside there. And you can make a perception alertness check.
Come on. Yeah.
A 10 and a 1. Okay, so it's a 9. There's a big car parked up outside. Big black car. Looks like a 4x4.
Okay. So they haven't started shooting now that I've
You're obfuscated, right?
open? Yeah, but I would have been moving like towards with the door.
Well, can you make a dex and stealth check? And what level is your obfuscate?
3.
3. I know your character better than you do.
That's concerning.
Okay. You open the door and one of them starts firing. Then the others start firing because the first one started firing. One of them saw something, but didn't have time to really figure out what it was. But you can make a dex and dodge check.
Oh, what if so when I'm opening the door, if it comes inwards, I'm moving around with the door, so I'm not fully in the doorway. I'm behind the door.
Your difficulty for your dodge is going to be 3 then.
It's probably not going to help. But... 0.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Roll a new character.
If it's just normal bullets.
You take 4 levels of non-aggravated
Never mind.
damage as the bullets come through the door at you. Some of them go whizzing past, but 4 of them hit you, and you take 4 levels of non-aggravated damage.
Ow.
Door is well splintered. Your obfuscate, you're behind the door, so for a moment you unobfuscate, but you can try again if you want. You can re-obfuscate afterwards if you wish.
I'm
Yeah, I'll
looking for the fire
re-obfuscate.
escape.
Do you heal anything, or are you going to just leave it for now?
Yeah, how much to heal?
1 blood point per level, and you can use a maximum of 3 blood points per turn.
Yeah, I'll heal 3.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so what are the rest of you guys doing?
We're
I'm
going
looking
to
for the fire escape.
Okay,
We're going
so
to the fire escape.
are you doing that before or after the doctor started this shit with the front door?
During.
Okay.
I think they
As you run
probably
into
would
the
have been
back
doing
door-
it after.
We don't know where he's gone.
Well, I mean, before I started doing that, I reckon they probably started rushing because I was obfuscated.
And I'm taking Dude McDude face.
Dude McDude face. Okay, so you guys can all make dexterity and dodge
Kitty Pawn
checks.
McPeddler face.
Your difficulty is going to be 5 because there's no door obscuring you.
4.
Alex gets 1. Are we rolling for a bishop as well?
Yes, please. Alexis, you're going to take 3 points of non-aggravated damage.
1 for bishop.
And so is Bishop going to take 3 levels of non-aggravated damage. Okay.
Done.
You make it to the back room. And there is a window here with bars on it. It seems to be obviously shut. There's another desk and a chair and a computer, some accounting stuff lying
Are
around.
they thick bars?
Are they thick bars? They're not jail cell thick, but they are security thick bars.
Okay.
Lexi.
There's also posters
How'd
on
you
the
do?
walls and stuff, and of products and magazines and pinups.
I try and pull the bars out of the window.
Okay, with potence, you're going to make a strength and athletics check with potence, adding successes for every,
And I'll also spend in strength.
Okay. Alexis, you rolled a 1.
I haven't rolled anything yet.
Oh,
What's it? Strength and just strength?
strength and athletics.
Athletics.
Four
Three
successes.
Yeah, 4. And then potence. So
Okay.
7.
Nice.
You rip it out of the wall. You just rip the bars right off the window. The whole frame straight out.
Mhm.
Boom. Okay. Can we get a perception alertness check from everybody?
No.
Alex 1,
2.
2.
3 for Bishop.
Bishop, you're the only one that notices this, but you hear the distinctive sound of the loading of a particular type of rocket launcher that you recognize from way the fuck back in Nam,
The fuck out of here now.
coming from down the hallway past Dr. Shipman.
Okay.
So-
I've got.
You're going to dive out
Where's
the
the
second.
dock?
You're going to
Yeah.
dive out of the second floor window.
Yeah, fuck I
Yeah.
am.
Oh, if you're doing that, I'll
Well,
do
yeah,
it.
I'm doing the same thing.
Well, you guys don't know about this, so all you see is Bishop do it first.
I
Yeah,
yelled out,
that's
"Get
why
the
we're
fuck
doing it.
out
Fuck
of here
outta
now."
here. Yeah, so I'm following
I'm
his
taking Dude
instruction.
McDude face as well.
All right. Okay. Well,
I jumped through first. I'd fuck him.
well Bishop's going first.
Probably don't fuck him.
Bishop's going to make a Dex and Athletics check. Bishop, are you using any blood for this?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So it would be a really cool time to.
So you're going to go to max.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Cool.
So put Bishop up to 5.
He rolls 4 successes.
Okay.
I know what I want to do.
Okay. And then you're going next.
But I wish I knew
Who?
what Dr. Shift was.
Okay. Who's after that?
I'm going to use my ability to levitate things. I'm going to turn the rocket back on its on where it came from.
Hasn't fired yet.
It's a mid-flight.
Hasn't fired. You've only heard it. He only heard it load, and you don't know that there's a rocket. You only know that Bishop jumped out the window.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Guess I'll do what he did.
Okay. So Dex and Athletics.
Yep. The dude's also coming with me.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
He's not going to have any extra superpowers.
4.
Barely got any extra health dots.
Okay.
That
How
was
it's going to
risky.
work is there's going to be 5 levels of non-aggravated damage, which will be mitigated by your Dex and Athletics successes. So if you get 4 successes, that's 1 level of non-aggravated damage from falling. You land on the back of a car when you hit the ground on the other side. Whoever got 2 is going to take 3 levels of non-aggravated damage, and of course, Fortitude will also mitigate this.
Cool. Fortitude
Ah.
does then.
Okay. I have 1 fortitude, and my actual successes, because it's risky, would have been 5.
Okay.
So
Very well. So you don't take any damage. You manage to land on your feet or a cartwheel or some shit like that. You can tell us what you do.
well, I'll just be lucky enough to find something to land on safely. What about Dude McDude face?
Oh, he's got a broken neck.
Oh,
So you landed on him, did you?
I think you did.
yeah.
Yeah. He's just laying there. His eyes are rolling around, and he's like,
Oh God, I can't just leave him like this.
Isn't he a pedo?
He
I don't
is.
know.
At least we know who's a pedo supporter in the group.
How many
Say-
successes did Bishop get, and how much fortitude does he have?
Bishop made. Which one was Bishop? Sorry. Bishop made 4 successes, and he has 2 fortitude. So he
Okay,
doesn't
so
have-
Bishop, you how do you land? You can tell us. You survive, no damage. Press the button.
I'm about do a flip and stand up.
Okay, so you acrobatically cartwheel through the air, land on your feet, and turn, And when you look up, you see the glass, what remains of the glass in the window being smashed out by the barrel of a weapon.
Okay, I will fire at it.
Okay, so you fire up there. Okay, so you're going to make
Yep.
a dex and firearms check, please.
Yep.
And Alex just does a dive roll when he lands on the ground. And 2 successes for the firearms.
2 successes. So that was Bishop?
Yep.
Okay, so you fire up there. You don't know if you hit anything. A moment passes. What do you guys do?
Obfuscate level 4.
Obfuscate. Okay, Dr. Shipman. Now you're still in the hallway upstairs, right?
Behind, wasn't I inside the room? Yeah, I'm just behind the door, obfuscated.
Okay.
I'll probably be listening with Auspex to see or hear what I can hear.
You hear a lot of Arabic, and you hear the name Ibrahim Mustafa more than once. Blah 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 blah. Ibrahim. Blah 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 blah. Mustafa. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Lots of blah blah blahs, but you can't really make out anything useful from it.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold position.
One of them says blah 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 Ibrahim, and the guy that he's speaking to takes out his phone and auto dials on the number 1 on his keypad, and he stands there for a minute, and then he holds another conversation, also in possibly Arabic.
Can I tell how many people are out there based on who's talking?
Altogether, you're guessing there's 3 now upstairs. There's at least 2 downstairs. There's probably more outside the front door. At a guesstimate, you could imagine that they're probably trying to surround the building because they know that these guys have gone out the back window at this point. Some of them have run past you down the hallway and headed for the back room. Now they're smashing the windows out, and they started into a firefight through the window.
Okay, I'm gonna try, while obfuscated, just see if I can move through the people to get out.
Okay. Can you make a dex and stealth check, please? Would you like to spend any willpower points?
Yeah, I'll spend 1.
Okay. How many willpower you got at the moment? It should be at max, I think, because I think I reset.
Yeah, I've got max. 3, 4.
4 successes. Okay, no problem. You slip out dexterously amongst the crew out to the front, where you see there's this big 4x4. There's this dude sitting in the front seat. Bald guy, looks pretty scary. He's got dark glasses on in the front seat, and he's on the phone. In fact, he's on the phone right now. And you see next to him, there's a laptop on the seat next to where he is, and you can see that there's a gun, it's an Uzi, sitting on the front dash of the 4x4. And you can see all of this because the front door next to him is open, on the opposite side from where he is. He's in the driver's seat.
I'm gonna try and grab the laptop.
Okay, so you're gonna make another dex and stealth check to try and sneak it out of there, or you're just gonna grab it fast?
I'm gonna sneak it out, and I'll spend another willpower.
Okay. Can you tell me how you're gonna go about this, just so I can have a picture in my head?
Just creeping up, and then just doing like the kind of like like
Okay.
slowly pulling it out. It's kind of like,
Okay. All right, let's see how you go.
4.
Nice.
Successes. Okay, let's make his perception alertness and see if he.
Good job.
I'm
Okay.
not closing it either.
As you're moving it back, he looks directly at you, and after a moment, you realize he's looking through you, and he's like looking at the laptop, and he kind of turns it, like pulls it back to where it was, like, and then he goes back to the phone. Yada 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 yada.
Okay.
Yada yada, and then he says, okay, and he Turns off the phone. Okay, do you want to make another check?
Yeah, sure. One.
Okay. He looks back in your direction and he's like, he flips the lid down at that and he picks up the gun and cocks it.
Before he picks up the gun,
Yeah.
ooh.
Incidentally, the engine is running.
Okay. Does Dominate work when they start if they don't speak English?
I
don't think it does it? No.
They have
Okay.
to share the language.
Yeah.
You do need to have eye contact. But that being said, just because somebody speaks another language doesn't mean they don't speak English.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean they do either.
Okay.
It would be a gamble.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to let you think about that. Meanwhile, on the other side of the building, you guys have dived out of the window. You're now engaged in a firefight. Can I get a dex and dodge from everybody, please? Bishop, what are you doing? Firing at the window, I take it?
Or
I'm also having a quick look for cameras.
Looking for
Alex
cameras?
got one.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was that? That was Alexis, was it?
Yep, I got one, and Bishop is 3.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. You quickly realize that they're not really aiming properly. They're just kind of sticking their arm out of the window and firing down so as to not become targets themselves. And so the gunfire is just kind of randomly spraying around this back street. You do notice that there's a woman on the other side of the road who's dropped her groceries and is standing there with her phone and her umbrella.
I've obfuscated at the stage as well.
Okay, so you've obfuscated. And she's just standing there with her phone and her umbrella, and even though it's not raining, she's just standing there watching this shit, and then she starts bolting, leaving her groceries sprayed out across the ground, oranges and eggs and milk and such. Sage, what are you doing?
can I see anyone through the window?
Not really. You're looking up 2 floors and through a
Right.
kind of broken glass window with a frame there and a couple of remaining.
On the first floor?
Huh?
Potentially the first floor? Can I see anyone through the window on the first floor?
There's no windows on that floor.
Okay, sweet. Well, I'm going to. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I'm going to get out of that situation. If I have to go through a door or go through the door next door.
I mean, you can run up the street. The street goes in both directions.
Yeah, I'll do that. And
all right, so
I don't know.
I follow her obfuscated,
It's
running
just
at
the
the side of
back.
the road, so don't shoot me.
Okay, can you make a perception alertness check, both of you? Bishop, what are you doing? You're still looking at that window?
I'm following Sage.
Okay, so you're all running in that direction. You're going to make a perception alertness too.
Cool.
Very good. While you're making perception alertnesses, I'll go back to Dr. Shipman. What's going on with the laptop and the dude in the front of the van, the car?
I'll take the risk. I'm gonna unobfuscate while he's closing the laptop.
Yep.
So then I guess he'll probably be like, "What?" and then look at me.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try and dominate him and say, "Drop everything, go home."
Okay.
Yep.
So you're dropping the laptop to do
I'm telling him essentially drop everything, and just go home.
All right. So you're going to make a whatever it is, manipulation and leadership, most likely.
Yep.
Using any willpower for this?
I'll use a willpower.
Okay.
3.
3 successes. He drops the gun. He lets go of the laptop. He turns from you down to the car, changes the gear.
I'm gonna grab the gun and the laptop while he's doing that and move away, and then obfuscate again, if I can.
I'm not sure you can grab the gun and the laptop.
Okay, I'll grab the laptop.
The gun's on the dashboard, and you're on. So he's on the driver's side. You're over on the passenger side with the door open.
Yep.
Right,
I'll grab the
laptop's
laptop and
in the middle.
obfuscate again.
Okay, so you need to make a Dex and Athletics check as he begins to drive away. Success. Okay,
3.
the laptop, and now you can make a Dex and Dodge check to see if you don't get run over.
3.
Hey.
All right, you've got the laptop, and he drives off.
And
Awesome.
you're not squishered.
I'm gonna scarper away into the night.
And you're obfuscated. Awesome. So you scarper off into the night. Awesome. Okay. So where are you headed, Dr. Shipman? Left or
I
right?
don't know. I guess the direction that I came to this place.
Okay. In fact, actually, as it happens, it's an alleyway, so there's only one way out. Okay. So you're heading back down the alleyway. You guys are running around the long way because you can't get through. So you're going to go right around the block, basically, unless you want to go up and over or through. You can make perception and investigation checks to see if you can see any shortcuts.
Bearing in mind, I could probably toss Sage
5.
over anything.
Yeah, I don't know if you could toss her over 3 floors of tenement buildings, and
I
Who
could
though,
float over that. It's okay.
if you wanted to break the Masquerade in the middle of London.
Well,
5 successes.
maybe I do. Yeah, 5.
Okay. You see an alleyway that has gates on both ends of it, and some a whole bunch of shit in the middle in between the both ends. But you figure that if you could get up onto the gate, you could climb up onto all those wooden pallets and run across the top of them, and then possibly swing over using the fire escape on the 3rd floor. From there, you could swing over and get to the next gate and basically cut through. But it's going to take 3 athletics checks, 3 strength and athletics checks.
I think I can do that.
Garth, you don't even have to roll. You can do it.
Should we do it?
The other option is Garth could just go in there, rip the gate off, smash all the boxes, smash his way right through it. But that would take some blood and some, strength, and it would bring it to the Masquerade.
Sage, jump on my back and hold on tight, and I'll do my best to get us all over.
Oh, okay.
I've got.
This is weird. I mean, I
strength
could.
at the moment.
I probably could do it
Do you levitate over?
because I
know if you
also have
can-
put blood into strength. So
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
if you
let's
can.
do it then. And I
Okay.
jump.
All right, so you're each going to do a strength and athletics check. You need 3 checks and 4 successes on each check.
it's ridiculous. It's
5.
crazy. No. 2. Okay, I guess that's it.
Bishop, you're
Why
coming
is
up
it so
behind because
high?
Bishop was following Sage. You see Sage trying to get over this gate,
Yep.
and she's not doing very well.
I'm pumped already, so I'll
I
give her
come
a
back
hand
down to give
over.
her a hand.
Okay. All right, so while you guys are clambering over this
This
gate,
is ridiculous. We should just run around.
as you're clambering over this gate, another car comes pulling up from one direction, and you see these guys open their doors, and they get out and they just start firing at you. So you can all make Dex and Dodge checks.
Including if I'm obfuscated
Well, you were helping Sage, so you can't be obfuscated if you're doing that.
at level 4.
At level 4, well, the thing is, she can't see you otherwise.
That is true.
So then she can't help. You can't help someone climb over something if they can't see you.
0
that's how-
successes.
0 successes. Okay, Alexis. You take 3 levels of non-aggravated damage.
Yay,
One of their
42.
guns jams.
I'd like to respond in kind at some point, please.
What was your Dex and Dodge?
5.
5. Okay, you don't take any damage. And Bishop, what was your dex and dodge?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hold up, I'm out of practice.
It's okay.
It was 0.
Oof.
Oh, okay. So you're taking 3 levels of non-aggravated damage too.
He is
If we
taking
can
1.
keep recording that. Now, okay, so do you guys heal all of this damage that you've just taken?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's record your blood. And Sage, you're shooting back with dex and firearms.
Yes, please.
All right,
Right.
Philippe.
No
you
way.
are
I'm gonna let them go after that. So to carry on.
7 blood, Philippe.
2. What's
2.
with you today?
Yeah, you hit one of them in the shoulder. He reels back and goes to get back in the car that he came out of. The other 2 move to cover. Bishop, are you going to shoot back?
Yes, I will shoot back.
Now, what is Bishop firing at the moment? I had a Glock in his hand a minute ago in my mind, but I could be wrong. What is he carrying? I know Sage.
Desert Eagle.
Desert Eagle. Okay, and it's just one?
He's got 2, but he's only got 1 in his hand at the moment.
Okay, so you're using a Desert Eagle. All right, so we're going to make a dex and firearms for Bishop, bearing in mind that he's got his dex pumped to 5.
Alrighty. Nine.
Dude, okay, so bang, one of them pop. You just killed one of them, and he just hits the back of the car right between the eyes with your Desert Eagle. Alexis?
I would like to undo my little short sword and sneak up behind one of them and stab him.
Okay, so you're obfuscated and you're making a stealth check.
Four.
Okay, one of them, he seems to see something moving, like this guy's very perceptive apparently. In fact, you realize that he's following your foot trail in the puddles. And that's when you step out of the puddle and get behind him. I'm not even going to make you roll to kill him. You can do whatever you like to him.
I just stab him in the chest.
Okay, he dies in front of you.
Cool.
Okay, drops to the ground on his knees and he's bleeding out. Now, there are people all over the place screaming now, up and down the street.
I can't believe that they were here that long. I would have left ages ago with all the gunfire.
Yeah, well, they're hiding and such, and some of them don't have anywhere to go. They're hiding behind cars or in their cars.
Have they stopped shooting at us?
Fools.
There's no shooting now. That everything's gone quiet. In the distance, you can hear the sounds of
Run, fools.
sirens.
Now
running.
We'll run.
Okay, so you guys.
Alleyway, obfuscate.
I'm actually gonna run up to that car, with their car, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna take something like a cell phone or I'm gonna quickly rifle through to see if there's something I could take to get a hint as to where we can find Ibrahim or whatever.
Right. Well,
So
you find a large gym bag. You find a briefcase. You find 2 sets of keys. You find 2 cell phones, and you find a couple of guns and clips of ammunition, some grenades, and in the back seat, underneath a blanket, there is a cardboard box with a rocket launcher in it.
oh my god. Hey Alexi, before you run away,
What up?
come back here.
I go back.
It's a rocket launcher. Oh, and a
Well,
whole bunch of stuff that I can't carry.
I
so
can't
you're gonna need to
obvious.
carry
Okay,
this.
yeah, but I can't obfuscate while
Well-
stowing it. So give me a whole lot of stuff, and
There
I'll
you go.
away.
What I can say is that the car has still got the keys in the front dangling in the ignition.
Get in the car.
Sage, let's go. This is risky.
That's true. I'll drive. This is definitely
Are
risky.
you talking
I
over
obfuscate in the back.
headsets?
What's
You
a
guys-
headset?
I don't think these guys are even wearing headsets at this point.
Wait, no one
Aren't we
mentioned
together?
headsets.
Yeah, these 3 are together, but the doctor's not.
Okay,
Doctor's on the
Listen.
other side of the building, going
Okay,
around the
I'll
building.
hold my tongue.
we'll get in the car.
Okay, so you're gonna
Yeah.
Take it all.
get in the car and you drive off, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, are you missing someone?
First of all, can you?
I'll give him a call.
All right, you want to give him a call. Okay, so Dr. Shipman, as you're moving around the building, your phone rings.
I'm gonna quickly answer it.
It's Alexis.
Where are you at? Like, you just fucked off.
Am I actually safe?
I don't
I'm
know.
not talking to Alexa. I'm talking to.
To the DM. Are you safe? You believe yourself to be safe.
Okay. Well, I've just left the premises. You know, I just went the safe way.
You guys see the big black car, the big 4x4 who just drives past you with this guy in the front with a dazed look on his face.
Okay.
Where are you?
We stole the car and we're getting out of here, so we want to make sure you're all right. We'll catch you
You're
back at
in
the
their
airport.
car.
Yeah, it has a rocket launch, bro.
Have you checked for trackers?
Yeah, like we're Bishop's right on that right now. Check for trackers, Bishop. Check for trackers. I mean,
I don't plan to take it all the way to the base.
Okay, well, where do you drive with this car? And do you
We-
stop and pick up Dr. Shipman or not?
We stop and pick up Dr. Shipman.
I don't want to be picked up until you've confirmed there's nothing in there.
Okay,
So I
you're
will
gonna
make my own way home. I'm gonna go around a corner somewhere and call an ambulance.
Okay, cool.
Why
So
don't,
Dr.
why don't we
Shipman's
go back
sorted.
to the car park where we were?
That's where I was thinking of going.
Okay, sweet. We
Alright.
won't go right up to our cars just yet. Well, when we get there, we'll just have a
also-
look.
While this is happening,
Rocket launcher.
yeah, I'm gonna take the battery out of the laptop as well, just like disconnect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay. We will. We can't get in Parker's car, can we?
Not
You
without
brought your
breaking-
own car.
Okay, I know. But it's still there? His car's still there.
His car is still there. Your car's still there. Sage's bike is still there.
Okay, I get him.
My bike.
We put the stuff in my car.
Okay.
I make sure the stuff hasn't got a tracker on it. First, check the rocket launcher. Make sure they haven't put a tracker on it.
I ransacked them.
You make a wits and investigation check.
Okay.
Coming right up.
We really got distracted. I'm really concerned for Parker. Although we do have a rocket launcher, I'm really concerned.
How in God's name did this happen? Really? Disasters are for me to do, not the rest of you.
Alexis, what is his wits and investigation check?
I'm just trying to find it. Sorry, it's real tiny on my screen.
That's how much you think of Bishop's character sheet.
The wits doesn't exist, I don't
5.
think.
5 successes. You are absolutely sure there is no tracker on this rocket launcher. You've been over it thoroughly. You pull it apart. You know how this particular rocket launcher works. But I'll tell you what, you do realize this rocket launcher was among a stash of weapons that you sold to Sonny the Yank 2 years ago.
Oh, God. All right. They put it in there. It's mine anyway. I'm not stealing it. It's mine. All right. Let's have a look through that bag. Have a look through that bag.
Start looking through it.
Well, the briefcase is locked. Has a code on the top of it, like a 3-digit code, 4-digit code.
It was
How does 3 levels of potence go against that little code?
Goes rip. Okay.
Just,
I don't really care about his briefcase.
Alexi, how do you manage to do normal everyday things
He's-
without smashing them apart?
I don't get absolutely jacked on blood and then use my potencies. I just do it normally.
Okay, so
Now I'm jacked to the absolute jackest.
he's jacked up. Okay, now at this point, this is a new scene. Okay, so your potency, your blood is dissipating now. But I'll let you rip open the.
I'm not as jacked as I usually am, but it's
Okay.
a briefcase.
Okay.
Inside the briefcase is a bag of white powder, a pistol, 5 cell phones, 3 of them are inside packets and have never even been opened.
We should take this back. Like eyeing up the white powder. We should take this back to the bishops.
You find a couple of maps. Actually, there's a map book inside there. A map
Are
of
there
the
any trackers?
City of London. No trackers. Oh, fuck! Of course, there's like £15,000 of cash. And a Toblerone.
Shit, worth it.
£50,000 of Toblerone.
All
That's
right,
the best loot you're ever gonna get.
shut the case.
That's the damn Swiss. Then we figured it out.
I take the case. Yep. There you go.
All right.
Is there anything
So
else we're grabbing? Because we should
Yeah,
get out of
we're-
here before it gets hot.
we'll
Didn't you
take all
say
this
it was
with
a duffel bag?
No, I said there was a briefcase,
Oh, I thought it was a duffel bag.
and there's a Rolodex with a bunch of business cards in it.
Okay.
we really need to find Parker, guys. So,
Okay.
like, has anyone figured out who that man is yet? Alexi?
No, I have no idea.
Like your
We can look up
people?
through the yeah, that's right. I'll give my guys a buzz to.
The Department of Corrections is who you need.
All right, I give
I mean, you also have
Andrew
that.
an email to
wait, no.
look up these tattoos in the prison database and get back to me.
Who's Andrew? Andrew's your retainer.
Gibson, yeah.
Okay, very good. So Andrew gets about doing that. He says to you, it's going to take a few days.
We'll get to it.
Right, he starts on it.
It'll be a few days, Sage. So
We don't have a few days.
Sage, take the car. I'm taking the bike.
No.
You two take the bike. I'll take the car.
I'm still on the phone. I'm gonna ring Alexi back.
Okay, so you're in an ambulance at this point heading towards the airbase, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the car park or where
Oh,
or
the
the
car park.
airbase. Yeah, I'll go to the airbase.
Yeah, I was going to guess the airbase.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're ringing Alexi. Okay, so Alexis, your phone calls whilst Sage and Bishop are arguing over the motorcycle.
Hello.
We're not arguing.
Hey Alexi, I managed to steal a laptop from them.
Oh, goody. We can have some fun there.
Yeah, he seemed to be pretty
Sorry, I can't hear you over those two arguing. What?
the sirens are probably going.
Yeah.
Alan's here as well.
He seemed
said
pretty
it's a car.
he seemed pretty concerned about it, so it might have some useful information on it.
Ooh, good. Because, yeah, we should burn these guys to the ground. They're up to some terrible shit.
I'll meet you guys at the airbase.
Alright. Hang up.
All right. Alexi,
What?
as soon as you find out about that tattoo, let me know. I'll have my phone with me.
Oh, yep. I'll let everyone know.
All right.
Chat.
We need to get. I think we should try and get into Parker's boot, just in case.
I can potent it if you want. Oh, hang on. Are
It's
we all
just
together?
it's a car, and we can fix it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll potent it too.
Burn more blood
I'll.
and strength.
I'm
It might be nothing, but it's worth having a look.
Oh,
All right.
7 successes.
What was the roll for?
Strength and athletics to open it up to see what's in his boot.
Oh,
Yeah.
the boot. Okay.
I
Parker's
smash
boot.
open Parker's boot.
You open Parker's boot. All right, you just rip the lid off the back of
Yep.
it. Bonk comes off.
Oh. Okay. All right, calm down.
I'll buy him a new car when we find him. All right.
Sure are. In the back of Parker's boot is very neatly arranged several human medical kits, several vampire medical kits, several sets of new clothes for himself and for Bishop, several body armor sets, an assortment of firearms and knives, a whole bunch of ammunition, another sniper rifle, some body bags, some night vision goggles, a number of telescopic additional additions for the rifles and so on, sights and stuff like that. All kinds of military shit like that, basically.
So a fully prepped up boot.
Fully prepped up, ready to fuck up some shit boot.
At least there's not a dead Parker body. So that's
No
cool.
dead Parker body in the back of the boot, for sure.
Yes.
All right.
But some very nice shoes. Let me just think for a moment. I feel that there should be one other thing.
A camera that takes a photo of us stealing his shit. No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
A recording saying how disappointed he is.
Yeah. A big
Ah,
rubber
sir. You're so distrusting, sir.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Can you make an investigation check? What's an investigation, please? Anybody that's looking in the boot.
Sure. One moment.
3.
You need 4 successes.
Fuck.
I don't.
Okay.
4 successes, you say?
Nice.
All right. You're looking in the boot and something's missing. And you look around and you're trying to figure out what it is. And you notice that one of the med kits, Alexis, has been opened. And you notice that one of the med kits has been opened.
I open it and investigate further.
Wait.
Human one or vampire one?
You're not there, Barry. Or you're
No,
not.
I'm asking him if he's going to tell us.
Alexi, if you're touching that, if you touch anything on there, don't use your hands. We could potentially get
I
someone
start
to.
licking it.
It's a human kit. It's one of the human
Hand
med kits.
him.
And
I
you
touch as
notice,
little as possible.
you notice a couple of the box that usually contains the syringes is missing.
Wonder if Parker was a junkie.
Oh no, he's definitely not a junkie. Trust me. He's definitely not.
Who's with us? Is it just me and you?
Alan would be there, I guess.
Well, the
Anal,
syringes are
yes.
missing. I don't know.
Okay.
Is he going off for one final, I don't know, drug binge before he turns?
Okay, all right.
I mean, there could be. It doesn't seem like him even. I mean, it could be. He was suggested to do things that he hasn't done before. When I look at Alan.
Don't fucking look at me. He didn't do me. Trust me.
What, he's done you before then? No.
I get on the bike, start it up,
Do you have the keys?
What are you up to, Bishop?
go
I
back
have the
to.
keys.
He's got his own keys.
I have his own keys.
I have more than one set.
He's got 8 pairs.
Because I know people take my bike all the time. Yep.
I think
Alright.
it's fair that he's got his own set.
If this was the year
He's got a
2000, I'd be
skeleton
able to stole it.
Now, I'm
Shut it down.
gonna drive back and go. He went right, you said, after that shop.
Well, it was the only direction he could go to leave the alleyway.
Okay, all right. Go down the alleyway.
Okay, you get to the end of the alley. So you go out of the car park all the way down to the bottom of the car park. You drive out onto the street. You drive into the alleyway, turn around, come back out. Now you exit of the alleyway facing out in the direction that he would have been facing when he left the shop.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm getting worried now.
Okay, so you're going to make a perception alertness check, perhaps.
Okay.
Sage, your phone rings.
I answer my phone.
Sage, is that you? This is Tatiana here.
This is Sage.
What's going on with you guys? I got a really weird conversation from Bishop earlier. What's going on? You guys all right?
We are all right. We're trying to track down Parker.
You got anything to do with the whole bunch of bullshit that's going on down in whatchamacallit Lane?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, is that so? What did you say? Bishop's doing what?
We're trying to track down a man named Parker. But in doing so, we ended up finding. Okay, out of game. Do I know that was Bishop's stuff?
No.
Sunny stuff. Okay, well in that case, I won't say anything. That's all I know.
Okay, well, as long as you guys are good, that's fine.
Thank you.
Click.
Right, Alexi, shall we go somewhere? I don't know. Do
All
we
right,
go back
let's
to the
go.
base?
Yeah, well, we're waiting for the presentators to come back. Barry's driven off.
Okay, so you go back to the base.
What are we gonna do with Parker's car?
He'll come back for it, or we will when we find him. Otherwise,
I mean,
it's just a
the
car,
boot
right?
is open and there's a whole bunch of stuff in there that.
All right, well, let's take that stuff too. I start unpacking.
All right, so you pack Bishop's car full of all of the weapons and shit out of the back of Parker's car. All
And
right.
we'll leave a note being like, Parker, if you get this, sorry.
Okay.
This really awkwardly written note.
Okay. As you're doing that, you see the security guard come out from the set of stairs, and he just walks right past you, doesn't really even notice you. He's paying so little attention to you. He kind of casually glances over you in the direction, and he waves and lights his cigarette, walks off, and you're like putting like an M16 in the back of the car.
We've got MI5 business here with these
Right.
M16s anyway.
Right. Okay.
And then we'll go.
Very good. So then you head off and you go back to the airbase where Dr. Shipman, you are now waiting. When you get to the airbase, Alexis, one of your retainers comes up to you. Sorry to interrupt your
That's all right.
vaping. He says, Alexis, can I talk to you?
Sure. What's up?
So that tattoo that you talked about, did you send him a picture of it?
I did.
You did.
I also have the magazine with his fingerprints on it.
Right. Okay. But you haven't done anything with that at this point. Okay. He says, "Well, I've checked out that tattoo. I don't know exactly who the guy is, but it is associated with a couple of gangs. One of them is called the Marley Boys, and another one is called the ACG gang. I don't know who they are, but these two gangs apparently they get in a lot of gang fights and shit, and they have a lot of prison wars and stuff, and they both have this particular tattoo."
I've heard of the Marley Boys.
Okay. Well, that's all I know right now, but we can keep looking into it. If only we had access to the fucking database, you know, we could do this a whole lot faster if we could just get access to, like, you know, Scotland Yard.
Oh yeah, we've got the MI5 database.
Oh, duh, I finally thought of that. Oh, fuck. Okay.
There we go. Send-
Congratulations.
He's been off for like 2 weeks. Give him a break.
Could have.
Jesus.
2
I
hours
thought
ago.
I would have already given it to them.
Nobody
I'm
said
looking
shit
through
about
notes.
doing that. Okay.
I don't even know
So,
what that is.
so what do you do?
What's an MI5?
I give them the access to the database and go
What
nuts.
is MI5?
Well, at this point, you don't have access to the database, but you know who does. There's
Who
two
does?
people that have access to it. One of them is Tatiana, who's called you twice. The other one is Hans Brakovo.
Sweet. Let's call Tatiana. We'll-
All right, you call Tatiana. She picks up the phone. Alexis.
Hello. I'm looking for where do the Marley Boys hang out in London?
The Marley Boys. They hang out down at Well, last I heard, they were down at Manor Park.
They're up to some bullshit, and we need to probably go put a stop to it.
Okay. What kind of bullshit are we talking about here?
Well, it's all we've come across a stash of kiddie porn that has led to a guy called Ibrahim Mustafa, and it's all just led all the way back to these guys.
Right. Okay. Well, that's pretty fucking...
And I think maybe Bishop may, well, not have something to do with it, but be tied into it somehow because he's gone missing.
Bishop?
Yeah, I mean, Parker. Parker, you know, that, sorry, the other one. Like, yeah, sorry.
You make a terrible...
I'm terrible with names tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So, what do you want me to do?
I'm not entirely sure, but I'll give you a call back soon once we've, actually, if you could have a search through the database, the MI5 database for this guy and his tattoos, that would be a huge hand.
You got images for me?
Yeah, I'll email it through shortly.
Okay, send them through.
Cool. Thank you. Email them through.
Okay, so you email them off and you expect to hear back from her at some point.
Do we have, Lexi, do you know anyone that can use Spirit's Touch?
Do I know anyone that can use Spirit's Touch?
Shipman, do you? Is Shipman there? I don't know.
No, sorry, I don't know anyone.
Are
only
you in the
one I knew-
airbase? If you're in the airbase,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in the airbase.
Yeah.
Can't Philippe do that?
Yeah,
Yes,
Philippe
but he's
could,
not
but he's
here.
in Paris.
Oh.
I don't know.
Because if we can get someone to do that to this magazine,
I
could
I mean, I
Winston a
might
call and-
know. I'm not sure if they can, but I mean, she's pretty wacky. I can see.
One of your friends? Wacky?
Yeah, I'll go and call. I'll probably move away and go call up
you know
my
what?
sire.
You know what? I have a better idea. Let's just
Oh.
back out of the conversation.
Okay, I'll move in away to go call my sire.
Okay, we all back out of the conversation.
Oh, and I will say, here you go, Alexis. I'll hand him the laptop.
I'm gonna steal
cool.
a bike.
This might have everything you need on it.
Let's see
Do
what's
you
up
have
then.
any more bikes to steal? I don't know.
Well, actually,
I don't
Parker just
drive a
purchased
bike.
a motorcycle shop, actually. So there's a whole bunch of bikes that Bishop, you've got access to now.
All right, I want to ask for the keys to one, and then I'm going to
Who are
drive.
you asking for it to? Bishop is the man who has the power of the keys to the bikes.
Well, Ray is probably around,
Just
right?
first, before we rush off here, can someone recount to me exactly what happened? Like what evidence has been gathered?
Evidence?
So from what I understand, you have followed Parker to this pedo house.
Well, I
and
don't think
Has there
we
been
followed...
any evidence of foul play, anything like that?
Well,
Or has
he's
he just been
missing
going
still.
willingly?
I don't know, but like these guys have been making kiddie porn and stuff.
Did
so,
you not
like,
see
I
something on
object to
video?
that personally.
There's no video. There was no cameras.
He looked nervous,
So
but
we don't know if he actually went there or not.
so
Okay.
we're finding out who the guy is that he was with. So if he's a bad guy, we'll panic, and if he's a good guy, we won't so much.
I mean,
But-
I guess all I'll say is don't like cut corners with essentially suspecting him of nefarious things. We don't know what he does during the day.
We're not.
Don't let it
accusing
cloud
him-
your judgment.
No, we don't think he's up to nefariousness. Like either.
No, I'm just saying,
like-
don't rule that out.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying. You don't know what he does during the day.
That is true, but I figured Bishop would. be
I'm just saying,
thoroughly
don't let
keen.
it cloud your
Hmm.
information
Alright.
gathering.
And you
that's
stop
fine.
repeating yourself.
Oh, but, I had to. Anyway, I'm going off to
And
call
I
my
want to
sire.
find some keys.
Oh, make a phone call.
All right, Sage. Rhea has been informed not to give anybody any keys to any of the bikes.
You can hotwire them.
Why not?
She says,
Or do you want
well,
me to potent them?
because these belong to Parker.
Well, I'm trying to save him.
Can you make a charisma and persuasion check, the performance check, please?
Sure. Two.
2. All right.
Out of 9 dice.
And I rolled. I literally rolled 3 10s and a 9. She's like, I really want to give you these keys, but he was really insistent about this.
And give me the keys to another vehicle.
Okay. Well,
A bike would have been better. But
can I ask you a question, just briefly? Like, why do you guys not have your own vehicles?
this is taking time.
She gives you some keys.
Thank
Buy a
you.
fucking
And I
car,
leave.
Sage.
I'm just gonna leave. And I'm going to drive to Victor Faust with this magazine.
All right, you're on your way. Dr. Shipman, you get on the phone. Well, Mr. Shipman, I've been
Hello.
waiting to hear from you for quite some time now.
Yeah, how are you?
Well, I am very well, thank you. I am feeling a renewed vigor presently.
Oh, why?
Well, you see, business, as they say, is booming.
Oh,
There is a renewed interest in the market of illicit and highly illegal substances. And the this new interest is coming up through the ranks, you see. And so thusly I am making new sales and new business arrangements presently, which is benefiting myself and indirectly you.
oh, well, that's great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, so I thought so as well. So how may I assist you, my young friend, on this fine evening?
Do you know anything about and I'll say the pawn shop on whatever street it was, the porno place?
Oh yeah, I've run into that place a few times over my years, but what are you looking for in particular?
Is
I
it
can
known
probably-
as a child sex ring or anything like that?
Oh,
Is it known as that?
I don't think it's known as anything like that. No, it's just
Did you know?
I did not know that. I did
Okay.
not know that. I'm very interested though. That's very curious. What else have you found out?
Oh, we're trying to find Parker and we think he's been kidnapped and we're
Mr.
tracking him
Parker.
around that place and we came across a whole bunch of
Isn't he one of your
heinous
ghouls
shit.
or something out of your group? Is it like, was he Sage's ghoul or something?
He's Bishop School. He's kind of
I see.
long serving.
It's all very
Long serving.
tied in together. It's all a bit incestuous over there, isn't it?
If that's what you want to call it, I guess.
Everybody's sleeping with everybody else. It's like one of those, what do you call them? Those daytime television soap operas, you know what I mean? Like a hospital show sort of thing, everybody's sleeping with everybody else. All these good looking people sleeping with each other during the commercial breaks and such. Anyhow, so what else is going on with you, Mr. Shipman?
I was mainly calling to see if our lovely friend at the place out in the Wops wearing a white dress, can she do anything like Spirit's Touch?
I don't know who you're talking about. Lives in the Wops. I don't know.
In the big fun mansion with the maze.
Oh, I see what you're talking about now. It's finally the penny has dropped. The penny has indeed dropped. Now, you're talking about our Malkavian sister, are you not?
Yes, that's the one.
Justine.
Yes. Justine Strathholm, Primogen Councillor.
Yes,
and
the lady in the maze.
The lady in the maze. Well, her ladyship, well, I don't know where she is presently. She may well be in a Primogen Council meeting for all I know. On the other hand, she might well be in the maze chasing daisies.
Do you know if she can do anything like that, just in case?
Well,
it's kind of a last resort, really.
I would say to you that if anyone in this city could do something like that, she would be amongst them. Yes, I should certainly think so. Your other option might be one of those filthy Tremere.
Who would be who would be the most approachable one if we needed that sort of assistance?
Well, if you go to Justine, well, it's just going to make life, well, I don't know. It depends. I mean, do you like visiting with your cousins?
I
They
mean,
do like it when you visit, I will say that much.
yeah, I like her. She was fun. But like I said, last resort, really.
And why is that, Dr. Shipman? Why would you say something like that about one of your own cousins? That she's your blood?
It's for that exact reason, so I think you can. It's all fine if we keep it amongst ourselves, but when it involves our other vampire kindred, it doesn't really translate too well, does it?
I see. You think that our brethren should perhaps not be involved with outside affairs, and vice versa.
It's more that they might not understand.
Oh, yes. Well, also, there's the fact that Justine is likely to find out things that nobody wants to be found out.
Yeah, that's the other part. That's why I said last resort.
I see. Well, my suggestion then would probably be that you should approach one of them Tremere then. But then again, I'd be wary of those lot. They also have a tendency to find out all sorts of things as well. It's just a little bit less kind of unpredictable. I mean, the thing is, you can assume that if you go to the Tremere, they're going to find out something, and they're going to find out more than you want them to know. But the problem is, they're not going to tell you what it is. Whereas if you go to Justine, she's probably going to present you with some sort of moral dilemma.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad I could have been of assistance, child. I really am. I do look forward to the next time that we have a bit of
I'm trying to call you more, so
thank you. I do appreciate that. And Reggie's been asking about you, by the way.
Oh. What has he been asking?
Well, just wants to make sure that you're well.
Well, let him know that it'd be nice to speak to him soon.
Reggie, he says he's looking forward to it. You should come around for a cup of tea. We should catch up about the old business.
Yeah, let him know that I'll do that.
He says you've been visiting with the Nosferatu lately.
Yeah, trying to kickstart our little venture. Might be nice to have the Nos.
Right, that would be the little venture that we were discussing not so long ago.
Yeah. Thought it might be useful.
That going well, is it?
I will have to check on that and get back to you.
Oh, very well. And everybody's fine over there at the complex, are they?
Well, they're a bit panicked about Parker at the moment.
I see. Well, would you like me to look into this situation with your friend, Mr. Parker, would you?
Yeah, one of the gangs, well, I guess gangs are involved in it. One of them's called the Marleys.
Oh, the Marley Boys. Yes, I know the Marley Boys.
And the other one was a bunch of initials. A bunch of letters, I think.
I see, a bunch of initials and letters. Oh, that's a bit trickier then. Well,
I think they're at war with each other, so you'll probably pick it up once.
Have a bit of a think about that, won't I?
But yeah, that place, that pawn bag place, seemed to be a haven for kitty diddlers. So,
oh dear, no.
Yeah, it's not.
One thing we don't like is kitty diddlers, and then they don't last very long, even in prison. No.
Yeah. So yeah, if there's anything you can do in finding that stuff. Well, the other guy is called Ibrahim Mustafa.
Oh, Ibrahim Mustafa. Yes, I know Ibrahim. Yes, I do. Yes.
Oh.
He's yeah, he works for our good friend Sonny the Yank, actually.
Is he a vampire?
No. He's just a common gangster.
Okay.
Nothing to be too concerned about Ibrahim, as far as I know, anyway. Not unless something's changed in the most recent times.
Can you pull some strings to get in touch with him?
You probably could, yes.
Okay, if you could try and do that,
well, I won't.
Then let me know.
I will do that, and then I'll tell you what. I'll bring him round if you like. I'll bring him to the door. What will you be doing about 3 o'clock tonight?
Probably
Because I was
Waiting for
gonna
you.
suggest you tell your friends that I'll be coming around at 3 o'clock with Ibrahim Mustafa. I'll go and pick
Okay.
him up right now.
Okay.
Right.
I'll let them know.
Right. Good night.
Okay. Good night. See you soon.
Okay. Bishop, what are you doing during this whole period?
Trying to calm myself to shut down because I'm really worried and I'm not thinking properly.
Fair enough.
So I'm trying to calm myself. That's why I had to get away from everybody.
So, Bishop, being
Aw.
a Bruja,
Yep.
I feel it is possibly time for you to make a self-control check.
Okay, go on.
The angry driver. Start furiously honking at the people in front of
Don't
you.
make a new Ellen.
I'm going to
That's over to you guys.
Making you Parker.
No, I mean make a new
I'm
like
gonna
crash
ring up
unit
Alex
victim.
too to see if he's found out anything.
Looks like a fail to me. Sorry, my friend.
Okay, and Bishop, you are driving presently, aren't you?
Yeah.
On a bike?
Yep.
Okay, you are driving exceptionally dangerously. And you're not really honking, you're just like fucking not stopping at any lights or anything. Okay. Do you even have a helmet on?
Yes, I have a helmet on.
Okay, well, in your minor frenzy, you finding it frustrating and you rip it off and throw it onto the road and smash it in front of some cars. People
Okay.
beeping at you and stuff, and you keep driving. Where are you going?
I will stop someplace because I gotta make a phone call.
Okay, so you pull up in an old broken down alley.
Aren't you frenzying?
Alex.
You might have to make a self-control check before you can do that. Yeah, make another self-control check.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
1 success.
Okay, you managed to pull your teeth in, and then you can make a call to Alexis, but you're still furious. You're still fuming, and you're still trying to keep your teeth in your face.
Alex,
Yo, what's up? You sound pissed.
what have you found out about those tattoos?
Nothing yet.
I think at this point I'd probably be going around telling everyone that Abraham stuff is going to be delivered to us at 3 a.m.
Okay, do you want to text them that, or do you just walk around telling them?
I'd just walk around because Alexis is in the same building, right?
You can tell Alexis for sure. Alexis, you might know this by now. Sage and Bishop have already left the building, though. I know that.
Right.
No,
They're
I'll
bringing the
I'll
stuff
text the
in
others then.
at 3 this morning, Bishop.
All right.
Sage, you get a text message, but you're driving. Okay.
Get on the bike and
Just driving.
Where are you going, Bishop?
I'm going back to the airbase.
Okay. Sage, you get to Victor Faust's house, to the bookstore. Very well. The door opens as you arrive, and Mr. Faust stands there looking at you. Well,
I need your help.
well, good evening. You need my help.
Yes. Can you come in?
Do come in. Do come in.
It seems like every night I'm here asking for your help.
Doesn't it? It does seem a little bit that way. You realize that if you're trying to infiltrate the Tremere, you're going about it all the wrong way.
I'm not trying to infiltrate the yeah. I'm not trying to infiltrate the Wow.
You can't even say it. So I doubt that you could be doing it. Or is that a ruse?
Oh, it's all a ruse. It's all an
Perhaps.
elaborate plot to get all the information I need out of you. Anyway, so can you please do a spirit's touch
Yes. Come in.
on this porno?
Excuse me.
I do apologize about the content. You don't have to look in it. I just need to know more about the guy that touched this last.
Oh, no. I have this exact edition. Isn't that curious? Except my one is the collector's one, you see. But that's not important.
Here you
Come.
go.
Let's have a look, shall we? Now, you do realize, he says as he takes you up the secret passage down to the ritual chamber at the far end and locks the doors behind you, you do realize that at some point I am going to need to request a boon from you, or my superiors will begin to think that I'm not doing my job. It's not that I don't want to do these things for you gratis, but if I was to continue doing these things for you gratis, then, well, Dr. D, for example, is going to knock at my door and say, you've been trucking with that filthy gangrel, the child of Luther de Saint Bernard, and you've been assisting him and her with all sorts of magickery that may be related to, well, all sorts of nefarious purposes. You understand? I hope.
I do understand. The way I see it is that
you will outline for me what it is that you intend to do for Clan Tremere in return for these small favors that we've been performing.
I will do a favor for you because you are my friend.
Ah, yes. Well, you see, that's where the line has been drawn in the sand, unfortunately, for both of us. I don't really have a say in the matter.
Of course you have a say.
Oh, no, I do not. You don't understand
Victor.
how the inner workings of Clan Tremere, the wheels turn. You see, everything I do is recorded in my journals, and my journals are handed on to my higher-ups, shall we say, and they are reviewed and considered, and then I have, well, let us say there are consequences if I am in any way either lacking or attempting to be deceitful, which I would not do anyhow, because I am entirely loyal to my clan.
I thought you were different.
Oh, perhaps I am, perhaps I'm not. Different to what? You're suggesting that Clan Tremere is what?
I'm not suggesting anything.
No.
Really. It's just Clan Tremere's they're very, very secretive is what we know, and that's fine. You know, Tremere's allowed their secrets, but
it's not that we're keeping secrets, it's more of a case of we don't want to spoil the show for you. You see, it's like when you go to the playhouse, you don't wish to see the ending before the beginning. You need to see everything in the correct sequence of events and orders, otherwise, well, give away the meaning of the play.
I was attracted to you as a friend, of course, because you were kind of a visionary amongst them.
A visionary? That's very kind of you, Sage. Very kind.
You were different. You would be the one that could potentially, I guess, be the most close in terms of friendship
amongst
anyone that amongst the Tremere.
Well,
and
I suppose that is a compliment, but flattery will get you nowhere, of course.
I'm really worried about you, Victor.
I would be prepared to assist you in any other way that is possible, but I have been forbidden from assisting anyone of any other clan presently in any way, shape, or form without first procuring some form of reciprocal remuneration. That may be by means of a bond, a favor, or, in fact, a large cash settlement.
I'll stand up. I'll just touch his face and be like, I've really got to go. Thank you anyway.
Doesn't have to be much.
I thought what we were doing was because we were friends.
It is because we're doing, yes. But
and you could always ask me for anything, literally anything. It's not about boons. It's not about all of that. It's
all
not
I'm
about
asking
clans.
is that you give me something that I can pass on to my superiors so that I can continue this friendship with you. That is all.
Oh. What do I have to do in order to appease your clan?
Work with me. Well, let me think. Why don't we just simply call it a minor boon for now, and you and I can work out the details of it later?
As long as it doesn't go against my beliefs, then sure. Is that going to be all right?
That seems perfectly reasonable.
Okay.
Perfectly reasonable. Very well. Very well. I'll just write this down over here, if you don't mind. He opens up his journal and he writes, a minor boon must not go against her beliefs. If you don't mind signing this, and he turns the book around.
All right. Why do I feel like I'm signing my life away?
Feel free to use your vitae, would be the most suitable.
I'm not doing that.
Well, very well. I have some.
Nice try. I will sign my name in ink.
Very well.
It's probably red ink.
Uh-huh.
But it will have to suffice.
Very well, very well. Now, what is it that you actually want me to do? You want me to look at this magazine and try and ascertain something from it?
Yes, I need to know about well, there's going to be a plain person in the vision, and then there's going to be a kind of a butcher, a butch guy, who's tattooed, and he looks gang affiliated. I need to know more about him, I suppose. And if to be honest, the plain guy in the vision, if you see him,
Yes.
if you can remember him,
Yeah.
and if you can help me find a way to track him.
I see. Very well.
Like you did with the other vision you had.
Very good. Well, I shall do my best. If you just stand back a moment, I need to do some. First of all, I shall begin with the greater banishing ritual of pentagrams.
I understand.
And then we shall seek the assistance of the spirit of Mercury.
Ooh.
Allow us to see what we can see. Oh, look at that. 2 10s, 8, 3 10s, 8, 7, 6. That is like literally all successes.
We're doing it, guys.
Now, the individual that was to last touch this magazine, his name was Charles Conrad Blight. That's his name. He is some sort of seems to be an elicitor of substances, fairly serious substances. He's an addict, but he doesn't like being an addict, and he tries very hard to stay off the stuff. It doesn't stop him selling large quantities of it to various people, including your friend, I believe. I believe he's sold a large, well, no, not a large quantity. He's splitting it up. He's selling him a few grams of what appears to be, looks like heroin, cocaine, and a pillbox of assorted medicines, shall we say. Something about his last day on Earth. Curious. What a strange little transaction that is. Yes. Now that he's taken him to an apartment to give him space to perform these operations. I see. Now your friend is seems to be very close to overdosing on this stuff. He's panicking. He's thinking about whether or not he should call the ambulance or the authorities. And his friend is very close to the edge of passing out. He's pleading with him not to call the authorities, that he should take him to this address, some sort of airbase or something. He said, and Charles Conrad Blight is refusing to take him to the airbase. He says he's got a better idea. Makes a phone call. Some of his friends are coming to get him instead. Oh, interesting people. White white suits and sort of robes. They look religious or something. They're white costumes. I don't know. Some of them have what do you call those hairstyles that you get from like the Middle East, perhaps? No, not the Middle East. This is the dreads.
Dreads.
Yes, that's it. Dreads. There's a white, some sort of white car, is it a limousine? Something like a limousine. Taking your friend, Mr. Parker, into the limousine, it seems.
Does the term
Driving him away.
does the term Setite ever come up?
Well, I don't have anything like that. It's not that specific. It doesn't work like that.
That's right. Keep going.
Well, Mr. Blight returns to he returned to the shop where he met Mr. Parker, but he wandered around in the streets for a while, went back to his home, and he seems to have that vision ends there.
When you saw the limo,
Yes.
what did it look like on the inside?
I did not get a good view of the inside. I only saw I saw the three figures come to the door of Mr. Blight's apartment, and he let them in. They had white suits with long white overcoats, like trench coats, but white. One of them had a cane. Yes. All three of them had these, what do you call them? Dreadlocks. Yes. Yes, they seemed fairly serious. They looked like they might have been, I got the impression they might have been mystics or something. Certain amounts of, they had, one of them has a tattoo on his neck. I couldn't see all of it, but it was something of a curve just rising up around the neck. That's all I could really see there. Yes. Oh, that was exhausting.
Thank you. I'm gonna make a quick phone call.
Yes, of course.
And then I'll come back.
Feel
Okay.
free to use my telephone if you wish.
That's fine. I've got my own phone. And I'm going to call up. Who am I gonna call? Is there ever such a thing as like group chatting list, or is this not yet? Okay. Well, I guess I'll call up Bishop.
You can make that. We used to have conference calls.
Okay, but is that landline?
I think you had to have a special phone for that.
Do you think that the Order of Mars might have organized special phones by now?
Or at least me.
Or at least Alexis. Alexis, do you want to make a Whitson investigation check to see whether or not you've organized group calls?
One success.
One success. What do you reckon?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
probably.
It is like we send group messages and everything, so why not?
Why not? Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
So all of your phones ring.
It'd just be expensive, right?
Yeah, I think it's just expensive. That's probably the case. Yeah. So it's going to go on your.
Oh, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Pick up anyway.
$2 a minute.
Chaos.
I had to stop answer the phone.
All right. You stop.
Hello?
Mike.
Hello, Bishop. Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Alexi?
Hello?
Okay, good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Is Doctor here?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So basically, what I know of what happened is that he went and bought Parker went and bought D-words. Yeah, D rugs.
Dongs.
No,
Dicks.
not dogs.
Dildos.
He went and bought D rugs from a guy named Charles Conway. Is it Conway? Conrad?
Charles
Conrad Blight.
Blight. Charles Conrad Blight.
Charles Conrad Blight. Wow, what a name.
By the way,
and
you don't have to be so cryptic. You are MI5 now.
okay, I'm just worried about the line. So if other people are listening, I guess it's just something built in Sage now.
Can we
Okay.
Debugs.
Yeah.
Debugs.
Anyway,
Paranoia.
so he went to buy drugs from this gentleman. Parker started overdosing. All right.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not good.
Right. And he asked to go back to the airbase, but instead, Charles ended up changing the plan and brought his employers over, and they had a white limousine, and they were dressed in white, and they had dreads, and there was a guy with a tattoo with a curve that he was able to see on his on the neck.
What kind of limousine did Philippe's lover pick him up in?
That's the thing. I'm not entirely sure.
Was it white?
That one actually was, I think it was like a leopard colors.
Yeah, it was really bright and crazy. So like my first instinct was it could be Setites. I'll just like come off the phone. Did you said they spoke? What, could you hear what they said in the vision, Victor?
A little, perhaps. What do you mean? What
Did
you?
they sound like like Middle Eastern Egyptian?
Oh, let me think about that with my dice. I'm afraid the vision was fairly mute by then.
It's okay. So couldn't hear them, unfortunately. That's fine. So yeah, that's all I know is that he's been taken. But we have a name of this guy. We can go and have a chat to him. It should be easier to get his address now that we have it.
What's his name?
Charles Conrad Blight.
Alexi? Look it up.
Cool. I
We also have
will
Ibrahim
do
here
on
at
some-
3 if we want to beat it out of him.
Okay, let's try looking for Mr. Blight. And
I mean, the thing is, I can't see a connection between the events that have happened tonight with Ibrahim and with Parker's situation. I can't, like, we have no link there.
Well, no, I think it just happened
We're missing
along
a
the
clue.
same time.
Hmm.
Unless they have Parker. That's who the boss was. I don't know.
Well,
okay,
you know what to do.
Right.
I'm gonna take a trip to the Setite lady.
Why does it look like Russ has something to say? Like I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Well, then it's 10 o'clock.
No, what have I forgotten?
What have you forgotten?
Yeah,
Mm.
tell me.
I
Tell
don't-
me.
You're gonna have to go back through all the videos.
So how did we end? How did you guys end up at this pawn shop if it's got nothing to do with them?
Well, I assume we just stumbled on it.
Yeah,
Looking
we
for
were.
him. And
Well, Bishop
Yeah,
followed
exactly.
a hunch, and Bishop's hunch was actually accurate. So that I can tell you that for free.
What hunch was that?
Bishop was looking for like a what was it? He was going for a bondage shop.
Bondage shop.
Nice. I think the thing that surprised me was I think it was Alexi surprised that he was doing drugs, which is really interesting because we have so much drugs back at the airbase. Like it's crazy. We've got like
Mhm.
we've got cocaine.
Not to mention rocket launchers now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up there. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. You had a great
That was fun. So much fun.
thing. You like that one?
Yeah.
Excellent. A bit of an investigative mystery. Wahaha. And you did some great investigating too. Except for the part where you forgot that you had access to the MI5 databases and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
I'll be honest, Sage doesn't really know what that is. So she doesn't do computers.
Alex's player
She wouldn't
character
come
has
up
a
with
shit
that.
memory.
Right, right. Fair enough. Well, keep in mind that you do have access to all of the police records, all of the police databases, including fingerprints, facial recognition, all of that shit you have access to.
That's gotta be
Philip's
so much
using
better in
that
the year
at the
2000
moment.
and 22.
Yeah, I mean it's not as good as it is today, of course, but it's like and like a fingerprint search on those databases could take several days at the time, but whereas now it's like 10 minutes or something. I don't know how long it takes. Still,
Yeah, that's about.
but still you have access to that shit, so keep that in mind that you can use it and watch some CSI TV shows.
See ya tomorrow.
All right,
Yeah.
see you tomorrow. You have a good
See
night.
you
man.
tomorrow.
I
Okay.
don't know if Simon's going to be there because his wife's just come back from overseas and blah blah blah. But anyway, long story short, yes.
Are we still starting an hour early?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. If Simon is going to be there, we'll start an hour early. If he's not, we won't. Does it make any difference to you?
Just depends on how long I get changed.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I'll try and keep you informed about that then. Feel free to ask him directly on chat too. Hassle him.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys.